Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
If I were to buy you a piece of jewelry, Chuck,
Yeah?
what would you want?
A nice watch.
A
That'd
nice
be good.
watch.
Yeah, nice watch.
How about a bracelet? You like those beads
Nah,
that people
I'm not
wear?
really into that.
Would you wear beads? Like
No,
on your
I'm not into
wrist?
that.
People-
No pinky rings, nothing like that. But I wouldn't mind a good watch.
A pinky ring for Chuck.
I know.
100%.
I am not a jewelry guy. I'm not a jewelry guy. No gold chains. I'm not into male jewelry. It's not my thing.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's start on the Chuck and Bo
There we
show."
go.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I don't know about you guys, but they shut it down at 9:30 in my neighborhood last night. I was sound asleep by 10 o'clock. Couldn't have been better. Couldn't have been better. What about you guys? How'd your night go, Bart?
That must have been nice, Chuck.
Oh, it was. It was great. Well, you
must
live
have
in a
been-
civilized place.
Well,
You don't have things like this happen.
That must have been real
Is-
nice.
You live in a decent neighborhood, man. I mean, that's the deal.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I do live in a decent neighborhood.
What happened?
But there were fireworks going off after 2 a.m.
Really?
and that's just like completely unacceptable.
It's unacceptable.
What kind of fireworks?
that is
Were
that
they
is
loud?
straight. Take these people directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Yeah.
Straight to jail.
So, like, what were the fireworks? What do you think they were shooting off?
I don't know.
Loud
It
ones?
was-
Loud
yeah,
ones? Boom
loud,
one?
loud enough.
The ones that go boom?
The ones that go boom.
Not pop, but boom.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I wish I had all the names
Oh, I
of
know.
the fireworks. You know
Oh,
how
I
you
know.
go, they're all
Yes,
named something
yeah,
special, the big
yeah,
boxes.
Yes.
Is now a good or bad time to acknowledge that I may or may not have paid someone to go to Bart's neighborhood at 2 a.m.
That's awesome, man.
and set off like 4 giant boxes of fireworks.
That's huge.
Like just the absolute levels of disrespect for humanity is
Maybe they were
astounding.
homemade. Maybe they were homemade.
So you came in today and you said, I got Edward's story beat. That was
Well,
how
like
that's
the-
like,
the-
no, you didn't even say good morning. You
Right.
walked in and
Yeah.
you said, that's what you said.
Yeah.
You do look a little bleary-eyed.
Yeah. Well, I'm tired, Chuck.
Did you go out and find the culprits?
No, not at 2 a.m. I did not.
Really?
I did not.
Yeah. So
No,
that
no,
was where I was going next. If you have Edward's story beat, you got to
Right.
tell us
Well,
how
right,
you
yeah,
told them to get off your lawn.
Right.
That's
I didn't mean it like that. Had it continued,
It was worse. The noise was worse.
had-
The time was worse.
had it-
Everything was worse.
Had it continued, like had this
Yeah.
been an
you
elongated thing,
stopped.
like I would have. The 4-iron would have come out of my golf bag.
It's a good thing they quit when they did.
Did they sound like this?
Boom.
Was it anything like that? Edward's running around in the studio.
What's going on, Edward?
Well, we
All
had,
the cameras are messed
well,
up. Is
yeah,
that
they,
right?
They had a different shoot in here yesterday, and I guess it dawned on Edward.
Oh,
as
is this
the
a
show
studio
came
for
on.
hire now?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
is it?
Oh,
All right.
we're doing
Always
multiple
has
things. Doing multiple things. Bud Walton Arena has turned into concerts and basketball.
Well, it's
the
true.
same thing.
Yeah,
And
I
we
got you.
We gotta be able to
I
afford
got
this
you. I
place.
got yeah, I hear you.
It's not just any place you can get where people sleep in the parking lot.
That's true.
You walk
That's
in
true.
and meet new people
Hey,
who are
rent's-
stumbling out of their car.
Rent's high these days.
At 5 a.m.
That's
The
funny.
rent is too damn high. Remember that guy?
Yeah,
Did you hear me? I said get off my lawn.
that's what you did last night. You told get off my lawn.
I thought I was going to have to, but, fortunately, my neighborhood, again, it shut down. It was like magic. It was like all the parents came out and, like, grabbed their kids by the back of the neck,
Collar.
dragged them back inside. It's like, we're stopping. That's enough.
That's crazy. That did you sit in the garage and watch?
Well, I mean, I think the message had been conveyed, that we need to shut this down at 9:30 tonight.
I had
No, actually, I was hopeful, but it was nice.
I had to delete that.
that sounds great,
next
Chuck.
door.
Thank you,
app,
Bart.
The neighbor. What is it? Next door is that the app?
Nextdoor,
Yeah, I
yeah.
had to delete that off my. I just unsubscribed to the email alerts and the.
Yeah, it's too much.
All of it.
It's way too
I had
much.
to get rid of that, but I wonder what that's like. I wish I had it back in the moment because I wonder what that's like right now.
I would
There's
like to
got
know
to be
what
a lot
mine
of
is like,
activity
yeah.
on that.
Maybe I'll log in, see what people are saying.
There, Karens in every neighborhood are really busy right now.
Yes,
Like
they
fireworks
are.
season?
Oh yeah, you can work yourself into a frenzy.
Yeah, you can't have a boat trailer. You can't have a extra car parked out front of the house or
No.
whatever. Like that's one thing. But fireworks season,
Yeah,
I mean that's a week.
Oh yeah,
That's a
yeah,
week of
yeah.
Karen.
That's a lot of patrolling. That's a lot of patrolling the neighborhood.
That is a week of Karen.
Yeah. Well, I've been there. I mean, I haven't been the Karen, but
Well, I mean, Bart is. Let's just talk about this for a second. Could Bart be the president of the POA?
No.
I
Like
just
any
assumed he
wouldn't want
was.
that. I wouldn't
I
want
assumed
that.
he was.
Come on now.
I
If the
wouldn't want that.
neighborhood came to you and
He
said,
knows-
"Would you?" Are you telling me you would turn it down?
Well, no. I mean,
See?
Of course you wouldn't.
If that was the
The words
situation.
would be, "I would be honored."
Yeah.
yeah.
Bart knows where every
probably right.
property line is.
I
mean,
settle down.
And which fence
That's
is
right.
painted just the off wrong
That's
color?
right. What's an easement?
I was,
what's not?
I will
He knows
say
the
I
whole
was
deal.
mowing
Easement.
I was
That's
mowing
great.
the yard yesterday, and
Oh.
and all of a sudden
You mow your own lawn?
of course
Wow, that's
of course
Of course.
tip of the cap to you.
Yeah, good for you, man.
How long has this been going
Go
on?
get him.
as long as I've been a homeowner.
What kind of mower do you have?
It's a Craftsman.
Yeah.
Huh? Sears Craftsman.
Sears isn't even open
Wow, that's an
anymore.
old one. I was gonna
No,
say.
they sell them at Lowe's.
Oh, do they,
I've got a
they sell the
Craftsman.
Craftsman
I've got a
brand
Craftsman.
still? Do
Oh
they?
yeah, oh yeah.
I thought maybe it was gone since Sears was gone. Is
you
Sears
have-
actually gone? Fully gone?
I
Are they
believe
fully
I
gone?
believe so.
Let's go down this road for a second. Do you have one of the toolboxes, the tall toolboxes
I do not,
with
no.
the
No, I
drawers and
have a rack unit in the garage.
Rack unit.
Would you do me a favor and just like send maybe a video of your garage to the Chuck and Bo show?
Is it organized?
Like
I'll bet it's organized.
I bet it's pristine.
Oh, I bet it is
well,
too.
it's not right now. I've got some stuff in there that I need to get rid of. I need to do the what are they
Some
called the bulk waste removal.
What are we getting rid of, Bart?
Yeah,
I've got
what do you gotta throw out?
I've got an old grill that doesn't work anymore,
Yeah.
and I
You
need
just rolled it into the when you
Throw it out to the
got
street.
a new one, you rolled it into the garage.
well, because you can't just roll it down to the street. They, won't take it. They won't take
they
it. You have to
No?
you have to do like this goofy bulk waste removal and schedule a time to have them come pick it
How
up.
do you even know that?
Well, because it's absurd, man. It's absurd.
Bart knows the law.
Everywhere else I've ever lived, you just roll it down to the street. They take
Here we
it.
go. Here we go. Here we go.
What are your plans for the 4th?
I had a story I was
gonna
going to
patrol
tell.
the neighborhood.
I had a story I was
Okay.
going to tell.
All right.
We've
Yeah,
gone
sorry, I forgot
completely-
about that. Go ahead.
I was just going to say I was mowing the yard yesterday, and all of a sudden, like something like jumped on my back, and like scared the living crap out of me. And it was a dog. It was like
What?
yeah, it was a dog. A dog had gotten loose, and it didn't have any like it didn't have a collar or anything. Like I thought it was a stray.
All right, here we go.
Come on. Hold on. You're mowing the lawn,
Yes.
and out of nowhere, you get jumped
By a stray dog.
by a stray dog.
Like it literally jumped on my back, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Did it knock you down?
How big of a dog are we talking about?
Just a medium-sized dog.
So what
like
happened?
a young golden.
Those stray Goldens, they'll get you. So what happened?
Edward's over here going, I don't believe any of
No,
this
I'm deep in Sears research right now. There's a few stores still open in the United
We
States.
piqued his interest when we started talking about Sears.
Bart can finish his story.
Yeah,
When it comes to Sears and Applebee's, Edward's on it.
that's right. That's
Locked
right.
in.
Yeah.
And where else? Cracker Barrel.
We have several agendas going at once.
We
Right
do.
here.
We have
But,
way too much going on.
Go ahead with your story, Bart.
Well, get ready for the holiday.
Anyway,
That's what we're doing.
anyway,
Closest one's in West Texas.
That's a long way.
Anyways,
Hey, listen, we mailed it in a week ago. Okay, we got one more show to do.
I think people know that. I think they figured it out.
All right, where were we? You got jumped by a stray dog while mowing the lawn.
Anyway, I found the dog's owner. It was not a stray. I found the dog's owner and returned the dog to the owner.
That's the story?
Now hold on a second. So how can like it just indulge me?
Well,
for
we were
a
talking
moment.
about me being the
Walk
president of the HOA.
I got you. I got
I'm
you.
saying I'm a
I
man of
got-
the people.
You're a servant of your neighborhood. Is what you're saying.
try.
Walk
I
me-
get it. I get
if you
it.
don't mind,
yeah.
if you don't mind, walk me through the process of getting jumped by. We'll call it a stray dog in the moment.
A golden.
Jumped. It
Stray
jumped
golden
on
While
retriever.
you're mowing
It
the
jumped
lawn,
on
you're
me.
disoriented by the noise of the mower and the dog on your back.
So what was your initial
So
reaction?
then what? Yes, initial reaction, and take us from there.
Well, I think I said a word you can't say on the radio.
Huh.
Like, oh, bleep.
Which one?
Yeah. What did it start with?
So you collect yourself.
Yeah, and I realized
Shut
it's a dog.
Do you shut the mower off? Do you have one of the mowers where you let go
yeah,
of the
right.
and it just shuts
Fancy.
off?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fancy.
I do.
Okay.
And then I was like, you know, the dog was it was a very excitable dog.
Yeah.
Jumping all over the place and
Happy to see you.
Yeah, yeah.
Freedom, freedom.
Exactly. It was a very happy dog just trying to enjoy life on the outside.
I hear you. I hear you.
It was a prison dog, as it turns out.
House dog.
And so I kind of got the dog calmed down and like, you know, belly rubs, all that, all the classic scratch behind the ear, you know,
You
all the
became his
classic.
best friend.
Yeah,
I got
pretty
you.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So you conned the dog into thinking you were his friend, and you took him home. That's what happened. Okay.
Well, I didn't.
How did you find the rightful owner?
Yeah.
Well, the owner was out wandering, and I was looking for the dog, and
got
I
you.
was kind of like leading the dog down the street, and she was following me and everything, and you know, eventually we
Did
we
the owner
connected.
thank you profusely?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
What a great story.
That is.
Man, that's heartwarming. Let's do a 30 for 30 on that.
Well, at the next neighborhood meeting, when Bart announces his candidacy for HOA president, he's going to tell that
I
story.
can't wait to read the minutes. I want to read the minutes from the meeting.
I've just got this vision of everybody being ready to go.
Yeah.
And Bart's got like 8 more items. And everybody's looking around like, what are we doing?
Here's Karen. She thinks she's got it all sewn up, and then Bart comes in with the dog story and steals it from her.
right.
Yeah. He's like, "You can be treasurer."
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah, you can be the treasurer.
call the dog.
We
up
need
to
a
the front of the
treasurer.
room.
You
I
can
think you're the
collect-
man for the job.
Yeah,
Bart.
you can
I'm sure
collect
you
the
do.
funds, but I'm running this thing.
You can tell the story about the fireworks. You know, when people say, "Well, what made you want to do this?" Well, I mean, you know,
Yeah,
stinking kids.
but you have no idea who was actually setting the fireworks off. You just heard them.
Yeah. I
Could it have been a
didn't.
neighborhood over? Could it have been? I mean,
it was. Yeah. I mean, it was in
It
the
was close
vicinity.
by.
It was.
It was
Yeah.
close
it was,
by.
it wasn't like the
Boom.
next street over. I don't think,
yeah,
but it was.
I got you.
It was in the vicinity.
We're kind of getting into it here, but I'm here for it. Do you know your neighbors?
Some.
Do
Yeah.
you speak to your neighbors?
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
some,
like really?
Yeah.
How
Like,
much time elapses from the time you pull in the garage until the time the door shuts?
Chuck's
depends on the day. Chuck.
Chuck's on like Chuck had to look up safety measures on like the car's still running while the garage is shutting when he pulls in. He's like, you're like, do I let it shut all the way before I turn my engine off?
It
that
depends
thing-
on whether it's winter or not. you know.
Chuck once hit the back end of his car with the garage while he was pulling in because he doesn't want to talk to anybody. Oh my gosh! So today apparently is July 3rd. Is that right?
That's the
Allegedly.
word. That's
Okay.
the word.
All right. Well, it's 6:15. We're going to start the show here in a minute. We're glad you're here. Good morning.
You can tell I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Hey, you can beat inflation and upgrade your ride at Chevy of Fayetteville. Right now, drive home a brand new Chevy Silverado, Blazer, Equinox EV, or the Tough 2500 with rates as low as 1.9% APR. Plus, take advantage of huge discounts and get top dollar for your trade-in. Go see Chris, Mark, and Denver at Chevy of Fayetteville, where the deals are big and the road ahead is even better. Chevy of Fayetteville. Let's drive.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
It's going to be a tough slog from now till the end of time.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We all in this room have opinions. Facts are secondary to a good argument.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Boy, isn't that the truth? Facts are secondary to a good argument.
Yeah.
Edward's got the skinny on the Sears stores. What's the story there, Edward?
There's 8 remaining that are
8
open.
remaining Sears
And
stores.
I'll be in striking distance to one
Really?
tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Edward's getting ready to go cruising.
That's right.
But he's got to, he's got to go over land until he gets to the boat.
So is this the whole family?
No.
just you and
this
Hannah?
is the direct family. Yeah, Hannah and the baby.
Taking
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Taking the baby on her first, his first
Wow.
That's
cruise.
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time.
It will be.
The only thing I'm nervous about is the sleep. We'll see how he sleeps.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you never know till you get there.
Well, you'll be. Have you been on a cruise before? Yeah. I don't think you're having a problem. Like, it's not like when you go to bed, you're like, oh, I'm on a boat. You don't really feel that.
I've just got this vision of Edward
Maybe.
lounging by the pool, drink with a little umbrella in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you're gonna have
flight,
a big time.
a flight by Yingling
A
with an
flight by
umbrella in
Yingling
it.
with a little umbrella. In it. Yeah,
You think they got those on the boat?
absolutely.
Well, I would just take some with me to be sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in
That's
case.
a good idea.
Yeah, with all the other,
I'm-
you know,
I'm
all
sure-
the other stuff. You're
I'm
taking
sure
on the
they've got
boat.
like that
put it in the
that
baby
Corona plan. Whatever, you can get a bucket for life. You know, like you can have 30 Coronas if you'll just get the package.
Yeah. No, we didn't do the package.
Yeah.
No package.
You know, the best part about a cruise is the people that get the soft drink package.
Yeah.
And they walk around with the giant, like 44-ounce thing that you get at a gas station. You can fill it up anytime with a Coke or a Diet Coke.
And so that's what you walk around
You
carrying.
just walk around carrying that like, wow, you got the
You have a smaller option.
yeah, you got the soda plan. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's cruise life. I haven't been on a cruise in forever.
I've been on one before, so
Yeah.
it's a good time.
Can't wait to hear all about it. But in the meantime,
Great.
Yeah.
you're going to Sears.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, I'll have
All right, tell us about
Yeah.
your trip. Like, where are we going?
And include the Sears stuff too.
Yeah, like, like you're gonna get
Toss that in.
Yeah.
gonna get in the
Yeah.
vehicle.
fly into
Weave
Florida
a tail.
tomorrow.
Weave a tail.
We'll fly into Florida tomorrow, and then today I'm going to have to convince Hannah, my wife, to take the detour to the Florida Mall so that we can go to Sears and report back about that. And then from there, and we'll also have, you know, a car seat that we need to check because you can't
Yeah.
Uber with a baby without bringing a car seat. So it's a very complex packing list.
Yeah.
It's
a
so
good
we'll go
heads
to
up.
Sears and we'll go to the airport that's by the port, and then we'll get on the boat.
So are you going out of Cape Canaveral?
That's right.
Yeah. So you're flying
By
into
the space
Sanford,
station.
Orlando Airport on Allegiant?
Yes.
You're flying. Okay. See,
right.
I've been. I just
you've done the
picked up-
dance.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna go like? You gonna go to NASA? You gonna go
No,
You
we probably
need
won't
to
have
do
time.
that.
I know I do.
That I mean, seriously.
No, Chuck's fascinated.
I am
by
not
the
a space
spaceships.
dork by nature, but
I
that
am
is
not a space dork.
that is one of
He
the
said,
coolest.
You need to do that.
That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I
It
mean,
is
it
pretty
really
cool.
is. That's a cool one of the
When
coolest
you're
things
in that
I've ever
town,
seen.
when like you go in, you know, the hotel lobby, like gift shop, and everything's NASA.
Oh, I know.
You know, it's.
And you want to buy it.
Can you bring me back? Sure.
Yeah, what do you guys want?
It's not Buc-ee's, but it's close.
You know.
Wait,
Yeah,
from
just
NASA
something
or
like-
Sears?
NASA. Well, yeah. So anyhow, back to Sears.
Well, I'm looking at the pictures of the Sears in the
there's
mall.
7. You said
And
there's
like a
7
huge
left.
craftsman
Hey,
area.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You've got riding mowers.
Well, it's
in the
their
mall.
brand,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Mattresses.
I mean, it feels like it is. I don't
Yeah.
have any
Yeah.
idea, but it's synonymous.
Well, I
with
mean, that was one of the
Sears.
rites of passage as a young man. You would get a set of Sears Craftsman tools.
Yeah.
Last you for life.
Originally a house brand established by Sears. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
There you
I'm
go.
telling you.
You are so on it.
well,
That's so good.
Now owned by Stanley Black & Decker.
Okay. All right. Bard.
So you're gonna go to literally you're gonna go to Sears?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. But it'll be as close as I've been to a Sears since I was probably in a.
You like Sears?
I'm not sure.
Well, it's hey, his generation was not raised on Sears.
No.
They didn't have.
They were around when I was young.
There were
but,
no
you know.
Sears
How- has
double
it been
double
that long?
kneed tough skin jeans in Edwards world. Probably not you. Probably not y'all's either. But for my generation, it was.
So just know, like, if you ever go to Crunch Fitness in Northwest Arkansas at the mall, that's Sears.
Okay.
That's where it was.
What's crazy is that like until the late 80s, early 90s, Sears was the largest retailer in the country.
I remember the catalog.
Think about that.
Sears used to have gas. They had
Like
tools.
bigger than
They had
Walmart.
clothes.
Yeah.
There wasn't a
Sears.
Walmart.
There was a time when Sears was where you went. I mean,
Yeah.
for
anything.
with the exception of groceries. That's the one thing the super centers have now. They have groceries, and but Sears was. I mean, you shop for everything at Sears. Back to school, mowers, everything.
It's true.
Notebooks.
Garden hose. I mean, whatever you needed, it was at Sears.
And now you go
Notebooks,
to
trimmers.
like low what?
Power drills.
Oh yeah.
There were were there ever?
Now you got to go to Lowe's. You been into a Lowe's or a Home Depot lately?
I was in Lowe's the other day.
I want to meet I don't want to, But there's somebody that knows their way around a Home Depot or a Lowe's, and I'm fascinated by that person.
There's always one or two guys on staff that, I mean, they know where everything is.
Yeah.
They're like, the quarterback or the center. They know everybody's assignment, They know where everything is. And then there's some guys that, it's like they just walked in. I mean, it's like we walked in at the same time.
I got a shop vac at Lowe's the other day.
Yeah.
And then I'm headed out on location. So I got to open the box on location. And I'm like, well, I need a utility knife. Now, I want you to try to find a utility knife on your own in a place where you absolutely know there's 100 of them.
Yeah.
And it's like a needle in a haystack if you don't know your way around.
Yeah, I'd be there a while.
I immediately asked someone,
Yeah, I
But
don't
you're
do
right.
that.
Most of you don't ask.
Well,
You're one of those guys. I'll ask immediately.
So
I'm looking harder for an employee than I am for the section I want to find.
That's fair enough. That's fair
I'm
enough.
just telling you. That's the truth.
I won't disagree with that.
But you're right. There's two people in the whole place who know where everything is.
That's right.
And everybody else has to get on that little phone thing they carry around.
That's right.
And then they get online and then they tell you, wow, it's on,
Aisle
And then
17.
it's L71.
Yeah.
You're like, where's
oh,
that?
Wow. Geez, okay.
Can't there just be a sign that says utility knives over here? No.
It is different. No, it is. I mean, it's not simple.
But when it was Sears, it was just, it's easier to find everything.
It was.
I mean, it felt like it was.
It was. Well, it was,
And of course,
it was well staffed. You had people coming to, running at you when you walked in the store. You didn't have to go find them. They found you.
This is old. That's like Kenny's shoes. Was it Kenny's?
Yeah, there was Kenny's.
Well, I remember my parents would not go into a Kenny shoe store because you couldn't walk in without somebody walking up to you and trying to sell you a
It's
pair
like when
of
you go
penny
shop for
loafers.
furniture.
There's a fine line. There's a fine line. Yeah, furniture. Yeah, furniture. That'll
Yeah,
get you
that's
there
another
too.
one.
There is a fine line.
The
there.
vultures.
Yeah,
Bart sits down on a couch. What do you think of that couch?
yeah.
Well, I don't know. I just sat down.
Tired.
I haven't really thought about it.
Yeah.
I was just taking a break.
How did we get into this? What are we doing?
Well, Sears.
Yeah.
Sears.
How did we get into Sears?
Edward, I think was it me
No.
that brought up Sears?
He
Who
said
brought
he
up
had a
Sears?
Craftsman mower. And then
That's
you
right.
said you had a
That's-
Sears Craftsman
Yeah,
mower.
that's right.
So it was you,
Blame
Chuck. It
Dave.
was you.
Well, but it piqued your interest, is what I'm saying. I viewed it as just a throwaway comment, and you jumped all over it and turned it into a bit. Which, by the way, I mean, congratulations. We got 12 of them to get through
Tip of
today.
the cap.
You are
Tip of the cap.
responsible for number 2. So
theme-
congratulations.
We'll just go
What
around
about
the room all day.
what about other stores that no longer exist?
Yeah, it's good. Let's go there.
Kmart.
Like Big Lots?
No, I think Big Lots.
Big
Kmart-
Lots is still
Kmart's a good one.
Kmart's
R.I.P.
out of here.
You haven't lived until you had something on layaway at
Well,
Kmart.
apparently Kmart bought Sears.
Yeah.
Ooh.
and that did not work out.
That was a
2005.
hostile takeover.
In 2005.
Yeah. Wow.
One failing company buying another failing
Great
company.
business.
Maybe if we
Great
if we
business.
combine our money, we can make payment.
How about Hills? Hills was a place.
Can't say that I've ever been there.
The grocery stores change when you change states.
There are still Kmart's,
Blockbuster.
by the way.
Win
Blockbuster.
Dixie. Blockbuster. I was thinking
Video
of
rental
Blockbuster.
stores.
There are
Yeah.
still Winn Dixies in the Deep South.
No.
Yeah.
There's one Blockbuster remaining
Where?
in the U.S. It's in a small town in Oregon, I think. There's a whole documentary about it.
Really?
How do you know that?
No,
I've watched
he's
it.
right. He's absolutely
God,
right.
between Edward and Bart, we have obscure facts mastered on this show. I mean, there's not an obscure fact we can't.
Did
jump
we
all
assemble
over.
a team in the transfer portal or what?
Absolutely,
Bend.
man.
Bend,
Absolutely.
Oregon. Bend, Oregon.
Absolutely.
But by the way, there's Kmart still has a website, and they apparently still have some stores, like
Really?
4 stores.
Where?
But they have a whole
Why?
website.
Where?
Why?
Who is shopping on Kmart.com?
I don't know.
Why do they have stores?
I don't know. It says they
Why do they have 4 stores?
operates 4 remaining Kmart big box department stores.
Evidently, they do. Over
Oh
there.
wait, 3. No. Hang on. Here's the catch. 3 are in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and 1 is in Guam.
Oh, okay. None of them on the mainland. Then. Okay.
But now I have some questions about the U.S. Virgin Islands and what the
Well,
shopping is like.
they
there.
must have been grandfathered in under some deal where if they changed it, it was going to be way too expensive to turn it into something else. So
Yeah,
they just kept the brand name.
Must
that
be
has to
that.
be what,
Yeah,
what
must
it was
be.
like.
Must be.
Yeah. Do they have a Dunkin' Donuts like in the store?
I can't imagine they do.
Anyhow. Well, we're going to start. This is the theme of the show.
Yeah.
We're always going to start the show after this
coming
last
up.
segment.
Coming
The
up.
show's going to start next, 6:32. It's July 3rd. Good morning.
That's the actual question. What the hell's going on around here?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, guys, you hear us talk about the Sweatin' 'em Edge on the Chuck and Bo Show. You've got your summer lineup set, but what about your skincare? Sun, sweat, and all that time outside takes a toll. Hit up the spa at Sweatin' 'em Cosmetic Surgery for a facial or sun damage repair. It's not just for the ladies, guys. Call 479-966-4174. Again, that's 479-966-4174 and get your skin in the game.
With rainy season here and summer just around the corner, make sure your gutters are ready. Hogcroft Gutters, locally owned with over 30 years of experience, does it all. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drain. Fully licensed and insured with a 20-year warranty on every job. Serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. And for a free inspection, visit hoggutters.com. That's hoggutters.com.
You want to talk about washed? You're being brainwashed by idiots. You're following idiots.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I was really dorky. As I'm sure it's a
is
shock
that-
for you guys to
is
realize
that right?
Oh, I was a total dork.
What a great story.
No, now I'm an older dork.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
There's no way that's true.
No, it really is true.
There's no way.
Yeah, no, it is true.
I mean, the way you said that is so cool. I can't
No,
imagine
well,
that.
it was an absolute true story.
How about John Gruden and
Man.
this deal he's got
Is
going?
he living his best life? Which is better, winning the Super Bowl or John Gruden just hanging out the way he does now,
Well,
and making millions? for it?
100% that. Like, honestly, some of us can't enjoy ourselves and others just figure it out.
Yeah.
And it's like these guys that have coaching. Okay, Bill Cowher. Bill Cowher figured out a long time ago, why would I go through the stress of coaching when I can sit here on Sundays on television?
Well, John Madden.
Make just as much money and spend time with my family and do the things I want to do. And John Gruden, I was thinking about this yesterday because he got this box from the Razorback equipment staff that was incredible. And he did 9 minutes on this box. And we'll play some of it for you here in a second. But he keeps getting, like, boxes from all these schools of all this gear and football helmets. And you're like, if you like sports and you like, gear, like, it's what's better? I mean, it's like Christmas
morning.
all
it's
the
like
time.
You're an 8-year-old kid
Yes.
on Christmas morning.
Speaking of Sears, it's like that plastic football helmet
Yes.
that was in the catalog.
Yeah,
Except
you used
real.
to could get a full uni in the Sears catalog. You could.
Did you have one of those?
I did.
Who did? Who did?
Yeah, of course
Get
I
the
did.
picture. You
Absolutely.
had the football and the Heisman pose.
Put your
with
uniform on Christmas
Wh-
morning.
Which uniform did
Absolutely.
you have?
I had
The Cowboys.
no. Johnny Unitas was the big quarterback
Okay.
back then. It was Colts back then.
Okay. Do you still have it?
Still wear it?
Still put it on every once in a while.
That would be the
it
best
was
thing
like
ever if
8.
you still had it.
I do still have a jersey, a football, a red one
Yeah.
that I got when I was like 8.
Really?
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Name on the back.
That's
Whole
pretty
deal.
cool.
Yeah. Whole deal.
My big question is what Gruden does with all this stuff.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking about Gruden.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Like-
it's a great,
like-
Thanks for bringing us back to center, Bart.
What, like, well, sometimes I
It's
feel it
unimportant.
drifting, and
We got some game slippage going on
we
across
just
the
gotta-
room. I got to step in.
Let's go ahead and focus up.
I'm going to be honest. We all had a flight by you this
Oh, my
morning
gosh.
before we started.
Well, here's the deal.
But where does it go?
Vacation started at
Listen, listen,
5:50.
we're on vacation. We are on vacation.
We have 4 conversations going
Like,
at
if
once.
you know anything about vacation, you got to start the day before.
Well,
Where were we, Bart?
What in the
John
world?
Gruden.
What
John
in the
Gruden.
world does John Gruden do with all this gear that he gets? Like, where does it go? Where does he put it? What does he do with it? Because it's so much. Like it's so much stuff.
So he gets the.
It's
got a
cool.
warehouse.
It's cool. It's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But what do you do with
There's
it?
got to be a plan. I mean, he's got 3 football helmets from the University of 3 football
I know.
helmets, actual helmets.
30 years, can't get one. Holy cow.
Gruden doesn't even do
I mean,
anything.
I didn't do
He's
anything.
rumored to be in the back room at Powerhouse, and he gets 3 football
Hey, you do a
helmets.
coach's show after you lose 40 to nothing. I mean, I've earned a damn helmet. Come on.
Okay, we need Chuck. Chuck needs a helmet.
I
Let's
mean,
go.
Give me
Okay,
a break.
Let's go.
forget Gruden for
Ah,
a second.
no,
Let's
no,
talk
no,
about
no,
this.
no,
We need to get
no,
Chuck
This
a
is
helmet.
good.
This has to
No,
happen.
no,
No, I want, like, honestly,
There's
Chuck,
some repressed
like,
feelings.
Like,
there.
if you don't
No,
mind,
I'm joking.
if you
Let's get
don't,
Chuck
no,
a
you're
helmet.
not. If you don't mind, what were the Chad Morris? Like, you had to do a coach's show with Chad Morris after the games.
Yeah.
Like right after the game.
No,
like
it wasn't
30,
right.
40
No,
minutes.
It was whenever Chad liked to do it last. Some of the coaches.
But I mean, it's the same night. Like the game
Oh,
ends,
yeah,
he does
yeah,
all his
yeah,
media
oh, yeah,
stuff. So
yeah,
it's within
yeah.
an hour of the game ending, and you've lost to, say, Western Kentucky.
more like an hour and a half with Chad. But yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, we did a show probably 90 minutes after the
Well-
Western Kentucky game and the North Texas game and all the other, I don't know, 20-something games that maybe
you
we won 3 or
deserve
4
like
of
a
them.
Purple Heart, man. Like that's not football helmet. That's like, I don't know. It's a lifetime to
Lifetime
somewhere.
Achievement Award.
It's
in 2 years.
That's
earned your stripes
I
in
mean,
2 years.
I mean, I'm almost being serious here for a second, okay? Like,
Hardest
do you know
thing
how
I've ever
hard
done.
that is?
Hardest
Like,
thing I've
honestly.
ever done.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard that is?
Hardest thing I've ever done.
And you just called a whole game that you was miserable to call.
Right.
And you just, there's no leaving.
Hey.
Like, you can't quit. It's like playing around. Yeah, for
No,
real.
no, 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 no.
No, I'm
no,
serious.
No,
I'm serious.
No,
Standing
no,
up.
no.
Edward
Yeah,
stands.
yeah.
Standing up.
Yeah,
We got it
whatever.
right here.
They salute you.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying three helmets. I'm saying 3 helmets. Come on.
Chuck just wants one helmet.
3 helmets, my God.
Can we contact the equipment room
My
and get
Lord.
Chuck a helmet?
Chuck just wants to be the kid in the Sears catalog.
Exactly.
For real. I
Put
mean,
the helmet on.
that's
Let's get
really
Chuck a
something. Though.
helmet.
That is
We
really.
can make that happen.
If I put it on social media, you'll have a helmet tomorrow, Chuck.
Okay, all right.
Let me just open it up to anybody who has any thoughts here. 877.
I was just kind of making a
377,
joke. Really.
6963. No, but I drilled down on it because I thought it's interesting to me how hard that is. I know how hard it is, and I'll ask you if you want to weigh in. Text, call. What's your first question to Chad after one of those games? Like, you've had an hour and a half to think about it.
I know what mine would be.
And it's like, it's like, hold on, because you're not gonna like hit him with like you're some journalist trying to embarrass him. So you're like, coach, that was a rough one.
Yeah. Whoa, didn't see that coming.
Hey, what do you say?
So-
and now there's been 10 of them.
So-
And you're like, we talked about this last week.
What about that punt? What about that deke on that punt?
So about the where the guy nobody
you guys are terrible.
covered the punt return.
Yeah.
Do we have to cover that? Do we have to tackle that here in the show?
There's probably some. I can tell some stories about post game coaches shows. I'll just put it that way.
Oh yeah.
And look, they're I'll just put it that. I'm just going to leave it alone.
What's more difficult, you actually doing it or talking about it now?
Talking about it now.
I don't want to go here. He wants no part of this.
I can do a coach's show in my sleep, win or lose. This hot seat stuff, I don't know about
I'm going to
that.
tell you right now, when Chuck retires, I'm going to do an interview with him, and it's going to be great. It's
I
going to
believe,
be
I believe
great.
that.
Hey.
I believe that.
Okay, when we come back, we'll get into the Gruden stuff.
Yeah, we kind of
And we got some calls. I don't know. We got people calling, and we'll get into all this because it's what, July 3rd.
It is July.
And what's tomorrow?
July 4th.
Now, when did we start July 4th? Earlier this morning.
Well, I mean,
Last night, 2 a.m. for you.
I was
Well,
thinking Monday.
I was
mean,
going to say probably when we started having the
That's
golf
fair.
conversation
Yeah,
on Monday.
yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we just got bored with that and left it.
What were we talking about that day?
The Oakmont, Bart, 100, all that. We got bored with it and left it.
Did we get bored with it or did we bleed it dry?
I am playing golf this weekend.
Are you really?
I am playing golf this weekend. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I played golf yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
I don't know. I think I shot
Something?
probably, 83 and picked up my ball on 2 holes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Put it in my pocket on 2 holes.
All right.
So what do you write down when you pick your ball up? What do you write down?
I was in a little bit of a conundrum because I was not playing that bad. I wasn't hitting it great, but I was making putts and I was getting it around.
Right.
But I wasn't playing very well.
Right.
But it's one of those days where you're like, this is not a bad score. Like for me, like I'll be fine. But then you have 2 holes where it's like, you keep up, right? You're playing with other people, so you're not just gonna keep hitting the ball. And so I don't know what to do with that.
Well,
Like when
here's
I put it in my, so I gave myself
here's
a par.
the problem. Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
Here's the problem. Like you're playing with your buddies, and you want to play at a certain pace. So somebody will say
right.
double bogey max.
Right.
After double,
gotta
pick
keep
it up.
Yeah.
Well, you got some guy. One guy's working his butt off to try to make bogey.
Right.
And he misses the bogey putt.
And it's done.
And your buddy shanks the drive and goes, "Put me down for a double. Give me a beer."
That's right.
And
That's
it
right.
drives me nuts.
Yeah, that's
I agree.
I'm working hard for my double bogey.
Yeah.
Well,
you gotta read the room. You gotta have some
That's right.
awareness of what's
Yeah.
going on, and you also.
that's the problem
Yeah.
with the people I
Yeah.
run with.
Well-
no awareness of anyone other than
But it's
themselves.
a fair point.
Yeah.
It's a fair point. We're gonna start the show next segment. By the
All
way.
right. I'll get to the ad
Yeah.
Can we do it now?
No, we can turn houses into homes
Yeah.
like next segment.
All right, let's do that
if
after
you want.
the break.
647. Good morning.
I don't need Chat GTP. I've got Chuck GTP.
Amen.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a golf trip, or planning your football travel for the fall, Jet makes it easy. Seats up to 9 with a full bar, custom catering, and plenty of space. Visit Jet NWA for pricing and more. That's Jet with 2 T's. Hey, if you've been thinking about a new ride, now's the time to make it happen. That's because Chevy of Fayetteville is kicking off their summer drive deals with some of the best offers you'll get all year. Trailblazers starting at $23,000, Colorados from only $30,000, the new Equinox EVs from just $30,000. No matter what you're looking for, these deals are real and they won't last long. So don't wait. Head over to Chevy of Fayetteville today. Together, let's drive.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yingling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yingling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yingling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
We never thought much about power outages until we had one during the worst possible time. As a busy mom, there are plenty of challenges in a day. But with Paschal, power outages don't have to be one of them. A whole home generator installed by the pros at Paschal gave me back my peace of mind. The process was easy and understandable. Now, I don't have to worry about losing power when storms arrive. Get a free estimate today and keep the power on with a whole home generator from Paschal. Professional people, professional service. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Does the show feel like it's always a friendly environment? I was going to say, just
I
like
guess
the
it
Chuck.
depends on which
It's
side of the fence you're
It's
on.
friendly. Sometimes you get yelled at, but I mean, it's still friendly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
we keep threatening to show behind the scenes live on the stream. It's going to happen someday. We're all going to get fired for it. There's just like total chaos.
It's mayhem around here. It really is.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Dave is in Van Buren. Dave, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, talking about John Gruden, there's a really good video of him getting a box from Arkansas State University also that you can probably find somewhere on the great internet. But it was amazing to me with Arkansas how many players he remembered and knew they were had Arkansas connections, and mentioning previous coaches and Frank Bulls. But he was the same way with Arkansas State. He called quite a few names just off the top of his head of Arkansas State former players and connections. But that'd be worth looking up too. And I know, in the interest of fairness, which nobody's ever accused you guys of, to give Arkansas State's a look too.
I'm curious, real quick. Like you piqued my interest right there. What do you mean in the interest of fairness?
Well, all of our state schools need a little publicity, but I'm just giving you a hard time.
Well, no, that's fair. Like you can always give us a hard time, but I always chuckle a little bit when people, well, all our schools deserve. Like, we're doing a show for people to listen to, not today, but usually that they might want to listen to.
I understand that, and Arkansas State doesn't have a huge following in this side, but it is interesting to see just how much you knew about a smaller school. I can understand the Alabamas. Yeah,
it is fascinating.
You get a chance.
You don't think they gave him a list?
I mean, he's pretty good. Even if they did, he's pretty good at Dave, thanks for the call.
He's a sports fan, I'm sure. Dude, I'm sure he grew up as a sports fan.
If they gave him a list on the Arkansas stuff, we'll play it when we come back, just after 7 o'clock. He still killed it. It was awesome.
This is a sure sign he's going to be our next coach.
Oh, 100%. He's always – John Gruden's it's in the cards. He's always at some point going to be the head coach.
It's almost like it's predestined.
Yeah, he's probably going to be 83 by the time it happens. But he's been our next coach at Arkansas for, I don't know, like the better part of 3 decades.
It's obvious now.
Yeah. That was the thing.
If not here, Arkansas State. One of the two.
Did you think about that when you were watching him open
I
all
thought
the
about
equipment?
him going to Powerhouse, having dinner at Powerhouse.
Kilowatt, Powerhouse. Almost 7 o'clock. Good morning.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataracts started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
Hey, it's Bo. And for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Thank you all for your show. It's a great format in the morning. It's really nice to have knowledgeable people to wake up to and listen to. So thank you all.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
You are all about adversity and creating it for others so that they can grow.
That's right.
In their character.
Well, that's right.
It's a moment of.
How are you going to overcome adversity if I don't create some for you?
It's time for me to inject some adversity in your life so you can be better.
I'm going to put you in a bad spot, and you're going to be a better person for it.
Then you can be more like me, because I've been going through adversity my whole life. So I'm going to put you through some.
That's right.
And then you're going to be better, like I am.
The Chuck and Bo Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Well, if you're not excited about vacation, we're going to get you there.
Yeah, that's right. Every horror travel story, you got lost luggage and
This is
all kinds of
we
stuff.
started our vacation on Monday.
Yeah, well,
And
really
we're still,
we did.
We're still going, but not for long.
I kept thinking, well, you know, if one of us is locked in for the 4 days that we're going to be here this week, at 4 in the room, if one of us is locked in per day, we should be okay. And 2.5 maybe. Yeah, you know.
Well, I can just tell you that today. We're 0 for 4.
Yeah.
I would like to say I feel like I've provided us with ample content this
Well,
week.
you have.
None of it has really had anything to do with the Razorbacks or sports or
No,
anything.
I mean,
I don't
look,
remember any of it.
Well, Monday, you know, Bart had a terrific weekend on the golf course. Nobody saw it, but he had
Such
tales
a
to tell.
terrific weekend that
Yeah.
he took a picture of his
Yeah.
solo scorecard.
Yeah, his solo scorecard.
No other names.
Sent it out.
Yeah.
And Tuesday we got, you know,
No,
Edwards.
that was Monday for Tuesday. Monday was just the Oakmont conversation.
That's right.
and
That's
all
right.
these people
That's
say, "Well, come
right.
play here. Come
That's
play
right.
here.
You were going to
come
break
play
100 at
here."
Oakmont.
That's 3
And
hours
then-
of that on Monday.
Yeah, that's hard to believe. And then 2 hours of this, as if those 3 weren't enough.
Yeah.
Bart's 81 dominated the
We got 5
conversation.
hours out of
yeah,
that this week.
Exactly. And then Edward.
You're welcome.
Edward
You're
and
welcome.
the
Sears and
the fireworks kid.
yeah.
You know, when Edward had to
Bo
throw down the
already
gauntlet.
forgot my story because
Yeah.
Bart's was more impressive
Well,
this morning.
and then this morning, Bart,
Yeah.
you know, he comes in and he's, you know,
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
You know,
And
no
then there's
big
the
deal.
whole dog thing.
Yeah, the dog.
I've killed a ton of segments.
You
this
have
week.
provided a lot of content.
Come on.
I will.
You want some football? I mean, I got Phil here. We could.
You got Phil Steele over there?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
talk some football if you want.
Well, they got
but-
that linebacker.
I could see Bart going out on vacation now. Under his arm is Hootens and Phil Steele's
Yeah.
magazine.
Yeah, I got some
He's got,
light
like,
reading
it's
for the next week.
Just like 2 binders.
Yeah.
Like he's calling plays.
Failure
He's
to
got 2
prepare is
playbooks.
preparing to fail.
Yeah.
This has been, we just did an hour of nothing. That was awesome.
Let's do it again.
We pulled
Let's
it off.
do it again.
We did it. We pulled it off.
Bruiser Flint coming up at 7:30. Razorback
He'll be
assistant
good.
basketball
He'll be
coach.
substantive.
He'll give us a little bit of substance.
Well, you gotta have
That'll be
15,
the
20 minutes of
protein,
substance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
per
you
hour
know.
diet. And then Clay Henry's coming at 8. And
Then
who
it's
knows?
Back to the sugar and carbohydrates, baby. White bread, the whole deal.
Gosh. Okay, let's just go here. Brent, good morning.
Brent, what's happening, man?
Turn the radio down.
Yeah.
Oh, I got y'all. My bad. I had y'all on the YouTube.
I got you. Keep us there.
All right, you got me now.
Oh, we do.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we do.
So well.
Happy July 3rd.
Happy July 3rd to you guys. I was just calling. The mouse was just calling to wish everybody a happy 4th of July and to thank all of our military people that makes us able to live our lives the way we like.
Edward's putting your hat on right now. Edward's got your hat on right now. Look at the TV.
That's right. Well,
Hold
I don't
on.
have a
I gotta
camera.
Oh, you don't have a camera?
No.
Oh, well.
I'm not interested in that.
I'll do it. I got it.
I got one here.
Yep.
I got one right here, baby.
Keep going, Brent.
I'm going to be up there. I'm going to be up there next week. I'm going to drive by and show y'all my new van. Y'all going to be working next week?
No, we're going to be gone all next week.
Are you?
Yep, going on. We're all going on vacation together, and Tuesday we're going to be in a condo all together in Destin. But we're not doing a show. We're just going to enjoy ourselves, enjoy one another's company.
And then
Are
talk
you
about
serious or are you kidding?
Well,
half and half.
half joking. We're not going to
We'll
be
let you
here.
decide which
We're not
half.
going to be here next week. That part's true.
Okay, well, who's going to do your show from 6 to 9?
Well, we are.
We are. We've managed to throw together some. They call it best of. They use the term loosely, but
Gotcha.
yeah, that's what we're doing.
You
Gotcha.
listen. You might be in there.
You're probably going to be part of it, Brent.
I feel sure that I am.
Hey, can I tell y'all something funny before I go?
Please.
I wish you would, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, my sister was in Little Rock last week or 2 weeks, and she had on the Coaches in the Mouth hat that Bo was wearing right now.
There it is.
And she had on the T-shirt, and these people came up behind her and they said, "Do you know the coach? You listen to the Coaches in the Mouth?" She said, "I do." She said, "How'd you get into it?" She said, "My brother's the Mouth."
Yeah.
They said, "You're kidding." She said, "I cannot lie about that."
There it is. You see the T-shirt, Brent? You see Bo with the T-shirt there,
yeah.
modeling the clothes,
Let me put it on
the
right
garb. Yeah. Oh God.
Hey, Bo, is that your medium, or is that going to be a night dress?
This
for you?
is the XL I sleep in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys have a great vacation, and I will see y'all the next week when I get up in there in my new van.
I'll look
Fire
forward to it,
Engine
Brent.
Red.
Fire Engine Red, baby.
I was just about to ask you how the van is. We look forward to it.
I've had no cigarettes in it, Chuck.
Well, that's good.
New
That's
car.
good.
Keep that new car smell.
That's right on. All right, you guys have a great one.
All
Thanks,
right.
Brent.
Thank you, Brent.
Have a great holiday weekend.
I thought you were going to pull a Pat McAfee.
I thought. For
Go
a
ahead.
moment.
Go
for a
ahead.
moment, I
Take,
thought
go
about,
ahead. Take your shirt off. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We got to get a few more viewers. Let's tease it for like 7:30.
8:15. Bo's going to take his shirt
8:15.
off.
That works.
YouTube.
That
the
works.
numbers. Oh.
John Gruden. You guys want to talk about John
Yeah.
Gruden?
We're going to do a wiper ad,
literally
too.
anything else.
Yeah.
Anything else.
You didn't like where that was headed?
I didn't like anything about anything that just happened.
Bart was just shaking his
All
head.
right,
the
Bart, I was
entire
going to
deal.
set this up, but I don't have the energy. Why don't you tell us what, Gruden did, and then I'll play the clip.
Well, he got a box from the Arkansas equipment team, and as he does with all these schools, they send him stuff. And again, I don't know where he puts all this stuff. It's entirely too much stuff. But he was opening it up and he was talking about the Razorbacks and
Name dropping. He was name
a lot
dropping.
of name
Lot of
dropping.
The
name
whole
dropping.
time he's opening it up, he's talking about Razorback history.
Right.
Frank
And-
Broyles.
and
He
so-
even dropped a Hugo Bezdek reference.
He did. He did.
Yeah, see that was the part I'm thinking. Well, maybe he was prompted a little
Well,
bit.
that's fair. That's fair.
I don't think he just knew that.
But he pulls it off very well.
I mean, he's going to be our coach. I know. But,
It's all,
He's going to be our coach has been going on for 25 years.
He's going to be a powerhouse.
John Gruden's going to be the next coach for 25 years.
back
That's
room of
been happening.
Powerhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What color is his tie?
Yeah.
Red.
Yeah.
Red.
He was spotted at Powerhouse allegedly one day.
Yeah.
And,
Wearing a red tie.
So Edward put together like a few clips from Gruden's 9-minute video. It's almost 10 minutes long of him opening this box.
John Daly, man, I was his caddy at a golf tournament. Frank Broyles is the all-time legendary coach in my mind. David Basil, Bowden Wyatt, Lou Holtz, Ken Hatfield, Houston Nutt. Bobby Petrino was the head coach. Now he's back as the offensive coordinator. Brett Bielema, a coach there. And now they got Sam Pittman. How about Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys? How about Jimmy Johnson, Hall of Fame coach? How about Barry Switzer? How about Pat Summerall? Remember the announcer up there? Trey Flowers. How about Billy Ray Smith? Steve Atwater. Ken Hamlin. They had Darren McFadden, Peyton Hillis, Felix Jones. And my favorite running back, no disrespect, was Gary Anderson. Ryan Mallett, Tyler Wilson, Joe Ferguson, Ron Cagney. Don't forget Barry Foster. Jerry Eckwood played at Arkansas. We picked up Darius Philon. Guess who owns Walmart? Jim Walton. You're ready to go to college. Arkansas. How about basketball? Eddie Sutton. They had Nolan Richardson, Sidney Moncrief, Ron Brewer, Corliss Williamson, Bobby Portis, Alvin Robertson, Taylon Green. Guess what? 6'6" with the Rocket. They had Lance Allworth, known as Bambi, played there. The Titans got Treylon Burks. Hunter Henry snatching balls for the Patriots. They have it all at Arkansas and Fayetteville.
Who did he leave out?
Yeah. I've just got this vision of Bart on the other side of the camera, just like sign after sign.
Yeah.
John Daly, Frank Broyles, Pat Summerall. You know, just rip through.
No,
them.
that's good. That's good. Who did he leave out?
You guys have watched the video, right? Like you've seen the
I've
video
seen it.
of like one of our country's greatest struggles is John Gruden against a box.
Oh yeah,
He can't open them. He rips it from the side.
He cannot figure out how to open any of these boxes.
That can be challenging. He's trying to do it with his bare hands.
It makes me laugh every time in every video.
He does okay.
He tries
with the initial box.
Right, but the boxes that are inside.
Yeah, the box is inside. Like if it's a shoe box, it's like he's never opened a shoe box in his life, and he does it every time. He just tears it.
And he fiddles with it for a while, and then gives up, and then just rips it open.
Seth said he was just reading Wikipedia as he was going through all that.
You know, I haven't asked him, but I'm sure Luke and Sterner are upset. Anthony Lucas, Clint Sterner, completely left out. John, you can't start naming names, man. Yeah,
glaring omission.
You can't start Jason Gilbert, Pat Bradley. You can't leave these people out.
Can't start naming names.
Stephen Welsh. I mean, all these guys that he's left out. Like, come on, man. Yeah. Like, who else did he leave out?
Stephen Welsh.
Derek Hood. I mean, come on.
Levon Patsatsia.
I mean, good mercy. Oh, we're going to start the show next at 7:14. Good morning.
Yeah.
Chuck, you've been around a while, and look, I don't mean that ugly, and Bo, you've been around not as long as Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
With rainy season here and summer just around the corner, make sure your gutters are ready. Hogcroft Gutters, locally owned with over 30 years of experience, does it all. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drain. Fully licensed and insured with a 20-year warranty on every job. Serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. And for a free inspection, visit hoggutters.com. That's hoggutters.com.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
All right, guys, you hear us talk about the Sweat and Edge on the Chuck and Bo Show. You've got your summer lineup set, but what about your skincare? Sun, sweat, and all that time outside takes a toll. Hit up the spa at Sweatnam Cosmetic Surgery for a facial or sun damage repair. It's not just for the ladies, guys. Call 479-966-4174. Again, that's 479-966-4174 and get your skin in the game.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Safe Sports Radio.
That's special.
The Sphere, it's hard to describe.
I
I know
wanna
many
go.
people,
I
many
wanna
people
go.
have gone. I
Great.
mean, the seats vibrate.
I've been places where the seat vibrates.
Yeah, well, that's not
not a
that's not-
concert.
that's not-
The Chuck and Bo Show.
yeah, the Sphere's crazy. It's
Yeah,
pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is 63 today. Happy birthday to Tom Cruise.
Time
Bart's
flies,
favorite.
Yeah, he
Bart's
is.
favorite actor.
He's timeless.
Is he really?
Yeah, Bart's not in the room though.
Bart's favorite actor is Tom Cruise.
He just walks
Sorry,
back in
he disagreed.
from coffee and goes,
Yeah.
"That's not true."
Yeah, who is your favorite actor, Bart?
Well, I don't.
You know,
I
you
You
have
said
a
the other
favorite
day that Mission Impossible, this new one, was going to be like the best movie of all time.
ever.
Well, I mean,
Of
it's
the
it's
history of
really, it's,
movies.
it's really as far as a movie watching.
You love Mission Impossible.
I do.
So you love Tom
I
Cruise.
I really like Tom Cruise. Yeah, I'll watch anything Tom Cruise is in.
Okay, well there you go.
I wouldn't say he's like my favorite actor
But
ever,
you- well,
but I'm a Tom
one's
Cruise
judging.
supporter.
No
He's a
one's
crazy
judging.
person. Denzel Washington maybe would be the guy I would go with like my favorite actor.
Don't you be naming my favorite actor
Yeah.
on my behalf?
Okay.
Like-
Come on.
It's
like,
Denzel,
Let me
sorry.
tell you who
I got
my
it wrong.
actual favorite actor is.
Probably,
Who's your favorite?
It's
by
probably
the way?
Denzel.
Mine?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I like Clint Eastwood. Denzel's awesome. Sylvester Stallone.
He's big on that Tulsa King show, man.
Let's go with that. Like, I mean, how in the world? What a career, and you can't understand anything he's saying. What a career!
I'm not going to do it.
That's yeah, do it. Give it to us.
No.
Come
Yeah,
on,
give us some slide. Come
Bart.
on.
Come on, man. Do it. Do it. Do it.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
He can't even do it.
Well.
He can't even do it.
I tried to watch that Tulsa King show, you know, where he plays the mobster
Yeah,
and comes
yeah,
back,
I
takes
watched
over
it.
Tulsa.
Yeah.
And, yeah, the first season was kind of good, but, you know, they shot it on location over there. And
The
so,
Mayo?
the Mayo and all that stuff. You see those shots over there, and I'm like trying to imagine, like, Sylvester Stallone coming in and just like taking over Tulsa.
Yeah.
It's just like so unthinkable. When you stop and think about it, it's like, I just can't do it. You
the
know?
premise does not work.
Yeah, so I watched the first season, and that's been it. I haven't seen anything since.
My favorite movies, probably. You know, I know you were asking about an actor,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of great movies, obviously, and this will sound pretty shallow, but Ocean's 11 is so good.
I bet
Ocean's
that
11 is
sounds
great.
That's that if you on the spot made me pick one, and the actors in there are so great. I mean,
It's an all-star cast.
Yeah, it really is.
It's an all-star.
What's
cast.
Chuck's favorite movie?
The Godfather?
Oh yeah,
The only
classic,
movie.
of course.
I mean, it's really the
Of
only
course.
movie, except for
Yeah.
The Godfather 2.
Yeah. What are you doing for the holiday, Chuck?
For the 4th?
Well, I mean, any part of the whole vacation.
I'm going
Yeah.
to see the Cardinals and the Cubs play this weekend.
He's going to Chicago.
I am. I'm going to
You
go.
might
to
run into
Wrigley Field.
Bielema there.
He hangs out there.
Yeah. Oh,
I've
yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Go to
there, I would think I'd run into somebody I know there. Yeah.
Go to the Polo Club. Have a martini.
I'm not going to do that.
Well, then you might not see him.
I'm packing light, man. Packing light.
So give me your trip to Chicago.
What's the itinerary?
Well, I mean, I leave this afternoon. I get there later this afternoon, and game's at 1:20 tomorrow. I mean, what else is there?
I have a direct flight.
I have a direct flight.
Where are you planning on eating?
Are you
Like-
on American?
I haven't thought about
Are
all
you-
that stuff yet.
come
Are you
on.
kidding me?
Oh my gosh!
The
you
game's
gotta-
at 1:20 tomorrow. That's that. I mean,
Yeah, but you gotta have dinner tonight, breakfast, lunch.
I'll tell you where
dinner
else you might run into
tomorrow.
Bielema.
jeez.
Gibson's.
Gibson's.
Yeah, go to Gibson's tonight for dinner. That's a great place.
Yeah.
It really is.
I'm sure it is.
Have
You
you ever
need
been
to
to
go.
Harry Carey's joint?
I have been to Harry Carey's joint, as you say. Yes, I have been there.
Gibson's is nice, not too uppity.
Right.
Got that, kind of lounge vibe, big piano.
Yeah. Oh,
A lot of people
You know,
just
I love a
mingling
piano.
and talking.
You know,
and
I love a
talking.
good piano.
Oh yeah.
Midwestern lounge vibes.
Yeah. Everybody's drinking
That's-
old style.
Yeah.
So
Are you gonna say hi to Chip Carey? You gonna go up to the booth?
I might.
You gonna make seventh
I
inning
might.
stretch? Take me out to the ball game.
I'm singing the song.
Are you singing?
Yeah,
Are you
no,
a guest?
No,
Are you?
I'm not. I'm just talking.
Oh, that's too bad. That would.
I'm
be
just
so cool.
talking.
I'd go.
I would actually like.
I'd
get to
change all.
Chicago.
I'd change
You
all
guys
my
would
plans
change your
tonight.
plans?
Oh yeah. That would probably
cancel his
Forego
cruise.
the cruise.
Yeah,
That's right.
Edward's got a big week planned.
He does.
Edward's going to be.
You guys have
he's going to be on the water by this time.
planned on your
No,
cruise?
we can't do much with the baby, so
Yeah.
it's just going to
So
be a
where
bunch
are the
of, bunch
ports
of
of
beach
call?
days.
Where are the ports of call?
I know there's Turks and Caicos is one.
Ooh, he's going on a fancy one.
And then one
water.
stop in the Bahamas.
There's no Cozumel and Cancun for him.
No, we did that last time.
This is fancy.
Yeah.
This is fancy.
Moving up.
That's right.
Moving
That's
on
great.
up.
Yep.
That's great.
Some
Good
beach
for you,
days.
Edward.
Oh, I'm excited.
That's awesome. And you're going to hit Sears in Orlando before you, like,
I got to run that one by
land
the
at the
missus
airport.
first.
Go to
We'll see if
Sears
we can,
before the-
we
Swing
can
by
detour.
the Sears. I need a new Craftsman drill.
Yep.
I
With
mean-
all our luggage, we're gonna pull up to the mall.
yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like a great idea.
Cape Canaveral.
Yep.
I loved going to Cape Canaveral. I thought it was great. This was when we played Michigan in the Citrus Bowl years and years ago. It's been over 25 years. Time flies.
Well, I was there. I
I
remember
know
that.
you were.
I remember that. Tom Brady,
I
Michigan
know.
quarterback.
Drew Henson, the whole deal. We were ahead.
What they do at Disney? What was that? Did they have an orange eating contest or something?
They did something there. I forget.
I remember that.
That
still
I mean,
remember
it's been a
exactly
long
what it
time
was.
ago.
Yeah.
It's been a long time ago.
That was boy, that was a year.
Going to see SeaWorld. We stayed by SeaWorld. I remember that.
Wow. You know.
Did you actually go to SeaWorld?
I've been to SeaWorld, yes.
Hey, that's a fun experience actually.
I've been to SeaWorld.
I mean, if you like to see dolphins jump in the air, you know. It's
I think San Antonio.
I don't support SeaWorld.
If you're
Yeah,
into captive
SeaWorld.
whales,
SeaWorld's not a great
it's,
organization.
It's a bad place.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's not
See,
a
I
great
don't.
organization.
Apparently, I don't read enough.
Yeah. Well,
What
Edward jumped all over
It's
that.
an evil place.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I don't like SeaWorld.
Yeah.
That's a terrible
Hate
experience.
it. Hate it. Didn't even want to stay
Yeah,
there.
no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to stay
You know, of
there.
all the things I've ever done, that's one of the worst things. Going to SeaWorld. I'm embarrassed.
Edward
to
watched
say
that
I went.
documentary. Is it Netflix?
Oh, I haven't seen a documentary.
There's a documentary on it. I mean, it'll make you hate him. I just thought you'd seen it because I mean, you jumped in right away. Like,
Well, that's all I know about SeaWorld
bad.
is that they're bad.
What's-
Bad.
I've
do you-
been to SeaWorld
Do you have anything
once.
against Silver Dollar City?
Yeah.
Well, no, they don't keep
What
giant
about the Dixie Stampede?
ocean animals captive.
There's always
in
a
tiny
protester or
tanks.
two up there.
Yakov up
They
there.
give you that whole chicken you eat with your hands, watch the horses run around.
What's your problem with them?
Where's Kenny and Dolly? Is Dolly going to be here tonight? Is she making an appearance?
Oh my
it's
God.
like winning a scratch off. You go to the Dixie Stampede in hopes of seeing Dolly. Just maybe.
Yeah.
Boy, if you have you ever been to a Dixie Stampede?
Well, I just told you what happened. So there's
that's
a pretty.
totally apart.
It was obvious.
That's not my scene.
You did describe it quite accurately, though, Chuck.
I did.
And after hearing
They
Chuck
give you a-
describe
they
it,
give you a
it's
whole
even
chicken.
less my
No,
scene.
I
They
want
give you a
to
whole
go to
chicken,
that. I want to go
And
to that.
I don't remember if you get utensils or not.
No, you don't. You eat with your hands.
I may be crossing up the medieval times and Dixie
I have
Stampede.
been,
Similar.
I have
get
been
those
to a
mixed
medieval
up.
times. I
I
have
get
been
those
to
mixed
that.
up.
I've
But
done that.
at both places, you eat with your hands.
That's right.
And at the Dixie Stampede, they have a little rodeo down there. They all, ride the horses. And you eat your chicken. And it's a hell of a time, let me tell you.
Bruiser Flint, Arkansas basketball assistant, coming up
Somebody
next.
save us.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin. They just didn't put the nails in.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Know what else makes you an Arkansas Razorback fan? Going to the University of Arkansas. How about playing football for the team?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Wow, the text line's on fire today.
Now, there's a
It was
difference
fire.
between
The show's
fire and burning to the ground. I mean, there's a difference.
Yeah.
And we've straddled the line, but there is fire involved.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, Arkansas landed a 4-star linebacker commitment yesterday. J.J. Bush.
I don't know. You don't ever know how players are going to turn out, but you look at the guys that they beat to get him. I mean, LSU, from what I understand, really want. In fact, a lot of people thought he was going to LSU.
Yeah.
And Mizzou was after him, I think. But LSU was the chief competitor there.
Yeah, been a little over a year since Cal came in and had to put a whole new roster together. I mean, remember I met with the team? There is no team.
Yeah.
What's it like a year later? Bruiser Flint, one of Cal's assistants, joining us on the Chuck and Bo Show this morning. Coach, thanks for making time for us. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach.
Man, thanks for having me on. You guys doing?
Man, we're doing great. We're ready for vacation. Like, like we saw it coming on Monday, and we kind of went early, but we're still doing the show. And,
okay,
yeah.
All right.
It's like that game right before Christmas. We're just trying to get through it, man. We're just trying to get to we're trying to get the W and get out of town, man.
And get out of town.
That's
Okay,
right.
I get that one.
So how different is it a year later? You come in and everything's new. Like you and I were talking the other day. I remember walking through the basketball offices, and there wasn't a thing in there in the transition before Cal and you guys got here. And now here you are a year. Can you believe it's been a year?
I know. It went fast, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it went really fast to showing up here and having to put the team together to where we are now. I mean, what happened during the season. Now it's a year later. I actually moved here June 24th last year. That's when I moved all my stuff here from Lexington. So it's been just a little more than a year for me, like being actually in Fayetteville.
What's it like now? Like you've got a roster now. You have a year behind you. What's the process like when we find you here approaching July 4th?
I mean, things are I would say back to normal. You have your routines. You know what you're doing. You're settled into where you're living. I don't want to say we got lucky, but we did. We got lucky. We got some returners come back. We had a good freshman class, so we didn't have to get killed in the portal. We went in. We got our 2 guys that we wanted, and that was it. Last year, we had a person on campus almost every day for about a month. I mean, a little more than a month. And, we had to, we did bring some guys with us, but we still had to recruit them. We had to bring them here, recruit them, have their families here, do all that stuff like that. This year, it was pretty cool. It was pretty smooth. Like I said, especially with the guys returning and, having the guys that we had in the freshman class. So we just needed to try to get a couple big guys, and that's what we did.
We're talking about going on vacation, Coach, but summer has become, there's a lot of work days for a basketball team right now. I mean, there's a lot of work days in the summer. My understanding is, everybody's here now, so you guys are getting a lot done.
No, we are. I mean, you're allowed to get into your practice, your limited hour practices in the summertime, but summertime has always been for college basketball coaches. It's always been work. July was always, when I first got in, long time ago. July, the whole month, you've recruited the whole month of July. So now you're allowed to, do your practices and do things like that, and also recruit. They've cut the recruiting calendar down a little bit, but June and July are always been big activity days for college basketball coaches, going back to when I started in the late '80s.
I was wondering when I looked at the schedule that came out, and you guys are playing the entire Elite Eight from last year. And I was just wondering, did Cal consult any of you guys, or did he just get excited one day?
No, actually, I think a little bit of it was, I think we consulted Cal a little bit on this one. One, what we looked at, a lot of the teams that were below us in our conference records, they got higher seeds than we did last year in the NCAA tournament. And so we sort of went back and looked at it like, why do you think they got a little higher seeds than us? Although, we sort of outperformed them, and we beat them head to head in the conference play. Well, we thought the out of conference schedule made a difference. That some of those teams had some really good out of conference wins, and some of them played in those tournaments that gave them an opportunity to play against the different teams. Cal doesn't like to play in those types of tournaments, but
So we went back and said, you know what? Well, really, and we just really added one more like tougher game. Instead of having 4, we had 5. And Cal always tries to get on TV, so he tries to do the best he can and giving us some exposure. And these were the teams that were available for television packages.
Arkansas assistant Bruiser Flint with us on the Chuck and Bo Show. You talked about the guys you went and got in the portal and then the guys you have returning. You know, Cal's talked about just how many teams had experience playing together that were in the league last year, and you guys were kind of brand new. And what's the impact of having some of these returning guys to join those guys you got in the portal for your second year here?
I'll be honest with you. Last year, this whole NIL portal thing is so new. So you talk to the other assistant coaches about this stuff. You talk to the other coaches, and all the guys who are having success all said the same thing. Man, nothing like retention. And if you can retain some of your guys, it makes it so much easier. And those teams had a lot of success. You know what I mean? You know, Cal's used to changing rosters every year. So that for him is not necessarily new because he used to. But I think the recruiting has changed a little bit. Now everybody's not Cal. We weren't getting the top 5 players in the country like we did at times. But and so now it's changed what you have to do. And everybody who had success last year, all the coaches, first thing they said to you was, man, retention is the biggest thing, not to have to change a whole new team roster over again, because that makes it so much tougher.
You did go out and address the need on the glass, though. I think about what happened at the end of last season and the guys that you have brought in during the offseason. It seemed like that was a point of emphasis. Yeah,
well, that was the thing that we were missing because we lost Jonas. We're going to lose Jonas Adu. So that was one of the things we talked about we were going to miss. So we needed let's get some big guys and get some big guys who with some skill level that can score with some athleticism. So that was our biggest priority because we returned the guards. We had guards actually in terms of our freshman class. So that was the position that we were missing. We were missing 2 guys with some size.
What do you think, if you were pointing something out and a fan were to ask, hey, what would you say the identity? And I know you got to kind of figure it out. You got to get in games and whatever, when you define maybe your true identity. But how would you sum up the roster you have and the kind of team you're going to be in the next season?
I actually think our skill level has taken a jump. And we weren't bad last year, but although we lost some skill when we lost Boogie and we lost due to injury. Those guys drove the ball for us. Those guys made plays for us. So we lose those. So, we went back to our old, as Cal always says, old UMass days where we grinded it and played with a lot of physicality and toughness, and the team really came along. This team, I think, is going to be, I'm hoping. I'm one of those guys that's been around a long time. You can talk about summer basketball all you want, and then December comes around, November, December comes around, and it's totally different. But, from being in and watching the practices and doing all those things like that, I think we've taken a big step in terms of our skill level and what we can do. And for me, personally, just watching it, I like our overall size. DJ and Darius are about 6'2", 6'3". Everybody else is 6'6" and taller.
Wow.
So I love our size overall and what we can do and what we might be able to do with all that.
Coach, you mentioned you've been doing this a while. I'm not going to age you here, but take us back to how it all started with Cal. I know you've got some UMass history there. Tell us about that.
Well, we used to do back in those days. You could work basketball camps together, and 5-Star was a big camp, and so I met Cal and another guy who was one of my best friends, Billy Bano, at the camp. Howard Garfinkel, he ran the camps, and so I got to know those guys. We kept in touch back then. You had to write letters or call people on the regular phone. So you know what I mean. That's how you kept in touch with people. There was no text messages. Didn't have your personal phone, so all those types of things like that. So after Cal's first year at UMass, Garf called me up. And another guy by the name of Frank Marino, who was a 5-star legend. those guys called me up and said, "Hey, we want you to go up to Cal." I was working at Coppin State at the time with Fang Mitchell, and they said, "Look, man, we want you to go up to UMass and work for Cal." Then I started. I know I had been keeping in touch with Cal, and Billy was there already, and those guys were like, "Come on up and work with us." And so I said, "Okay, fine." So that started it. But it all started working basketball camps together. We spent a lot of summers just working, a couple summers working basketball camps together, and really getting to know each other.
Hey, how is Cal on texts versus calls? Like, it made me think of that. Like does he hammer text out really well, or is it like I'm a phone call guy?
No, he does a little bit of both, because everybody text messages. It's much easier now, but we do a lot of stuff on the phone. We still a little old school in that way. We conference call each other a lot on the phone, so we still do a lot of that, like you did in the old school days.
I wonder too. Just thinking back to those early days at UMass, and then you became the head coach there. And this is a big question, but you can pick the way you want to answer it. Like, how has coaching changed over the last couple of decades?
Well, one, I will say the parents are way more involved. That's not even close. I think that's been the biggest, to me, when people ask me that question, you know what I mean? This is going on my 39th year, 38th year, 39th year. So everybody says to me, "What's changed?" And I was like, the participation of the parents. Parents used to drop them off. "Hey, I see you at the game once in a while, and I'll see you in 4 years." You know what I mean? You got them. So now parents, they call all the time. You talk to them. Well, you rarely did that back then. I think in terms of, the level of play has changed. I think the kids have become a little bit more athletic, a lot more athletic. But to be honest with you, in terms of how you're really coaching them, hasn't really changed that much. But all the things you have to deal with, you never had to deal with social media. Now, because of NIL, you deal with agents. All those types of things like that. So, those types of things have changed. But I would say the constant person has been the parent. They've changed a lot more. They want to know what's going on. They call you all the time. They checking in all the time and see what's going on. Where back in the day, parents dropped them off, you ain't hear from them. And you didn't talk to them unless something like really seriously happened. So I think that's been the participation of the parent has been probably the biggest thing.
Coach, we'll get you out of here with this. I watch how you guys deal with NIL, and I'm struck by it's not like, hey, we're going to chase all the money. We're going to try to pay guys the most. Not that you're not paying players, obviously, like everybody is. But what is sort of your culture and your standard and your policy as a program with Cal when it comes to NIL and dealing with players and that sort of environment?
I think what all coaches are learning, you still got to coach guys that you can coach. Like, you just can't just give money out because you think the guy's a good player. I think that's the one lesson that all coaches across the board will talk to you about. You still got to do your homework on, is this a guy that can play for me? Because you don't have as much time as you used to get to know the kids. So you got to really do your homework thoroughly to really get the guy, although you're going to pay him some money, can I coach him? Is he going to be a guy that can play for me and be part of what we're doing? And I think if you talk to any coach around the country, they'll tell you the same thing. Because you learned your lesson on, well, I'm just going to give a guy a lot of money because I heard he was a good player. He was ranked pretty high. Those guys don't always work. So I think you go back and you really do your homework and you find a guy that, you know what, this is how I want to play. And I think you got to be diligent with your film work and doing it, and your phone calls to the people you might be associated with. High school recruiting is still somewhat the same. You're still doing the same thing. You go watch them in the AAU. You watch them on film. You go watch them live. That part of it is the same. The portal thing is you have to really do your homework, and you have to feel like this person can play for me. Because I think a lot of coaches make mistakes. They just go out and think they're just going to go buy the best player. And you know what? The guy comes in and he can't play for him. One, the other thing, too, is I think people forget. They also have things that they've learned from other people that might not necessarily do what you do. So sometimes that transition sort of hurts them. And you got to, at times, get those guys away from that. But that's what they've learned over the 3 years or the 4 years they've been with that person. Doesn't mean that it's either good or bad, but it's not something that you might not do. And then the kid actually now, he's like looking around like, I never did this before, or this is not how I was taught. So those are the types of things that goes into, I think, a lot of what goes on in the portal and how you got to coach them and what you need to do. And I think that's one of the lessons that all coaches have sort of learned over the last couple of years of the whole portal and NIL thing.
It's a great perspective. Coach, good stuff. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Coach.
That was awesome.
Thanks, man. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate it.
We'll do it again sometime. Enjoy the holiday weekend, hopefully.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I
Thanks,
appreciate
Coach.
it. Thanks.
All right, we'll see you. Bruiser Flint, special assistant to the head coach, Arkansas basketball assistant. It's good insight right there.
Yeah, it really was.
Got to hit a break. It's 7:49. Good morning. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're just kind of wading through it, figuring it out with you this morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call. Hey, it's Bo, and for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. Why don't you just kind of style it up a little bit at the game? Let's get your drip going.
Hey, I got a lot more drip than you think.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
got my hands on a skinny can this weekend. I don't know what it is about skinny cans, but it's just better.
You got a little hand.
The Chuck and Bo
Listen,
Show.
get rid of that one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I mean that one's ran its course.
Yeah,
It's a good
yeah,
line.
yeah.
It was.
It was funny the first 1,000 times I heard it.
It hasn't played in like a month. I thought I would play it once.
I'm just saying that because it bothers Bo.
Nah, it doesn't really. It's true.
I'll cut it.
Yeah,
I have
Consider it
I have
gone.
small hands.
Brandon Allen's made it how many years in the NFL?
I know. 8 or 9.
Yeah.
How many years has he been in the league? 10 years?
He's going into year 10.
Okay.
That's incredible.
I really is.
I mean, props to him.
He'll have $10.5 million out.
It
when this
would
season
not
ends.
surprise me if at some point he's an NFL head coach.
It wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't I mean, yes. I mean, he's coach's son. I mean, that's what's kept him in the NFL is his knowledge of football, obviously. You don't just stay in the NFL because you're, I mean, being a great teammate's important, but that's not enough. And he's evidently very, very knowledgeable.
He might be one of the more underrated quarterbacks in his time here. I'm not saying every moment was great.
I just can't believe it's been 10 years.
He had some moments that I don't know if people fully appreciate.
Oh, he did.
You know what I mean?
No,
I mean,
yes.
It was like a volatile time around here.
We won some ball games.
You think Illinois is going to be good this year? That made me think of Bielema.
Well, I think that they need to be because he's done a lot of talking this summer.
Well, that bravado,
he's
when
done
you
a lot
start
of
winning,
talking.
the bravado goes up a little.
College, and I said this at the
They're
time.
the most experienced team.
College football is more fun when Brett Bielema's winning because then he's talking, and that's fun.
Almost 8 o'clock. Clay Henry joining us next on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a golf trip, or planning your football travel for the fall, Jet makes it easy. Seats up to 9 with a full bar, custom catering, and plenty of space. Visit Jet NWA for pricing and more. That's Jet with 2 T's.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
We never thought much about power outages until we had one during the worst possible time. As a busy mom, there are plenty of challenges in a day. But with Paschal, power outages don't have to be one of them. A whole home generator installed by the pros at Paschal gave me back my peace of mind. The process was easy and understandable. Now, I don't have to worry about losing power when storms arrive. Get a free estimate today and keep the power on with a whole home generator from Paschal. Professional people, professional service. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Why don't you just kind of style it up a little bit at the game? Let's get your drip going.
Hey, I got a lot more drip than you think.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I got a legitimate question. You and me go play Oakmont today. What do we shoot?
I think we break 100.
There's
No way.
I think we break 100.
That is
Barely.
the most ridiculous thing of all the ridiculous things you've said, and you've said a lot of ridiculous things. That's the most ridiculous.
That is absurd. The number I had in mind, just so you know, was 150.
No!
Yes.
We're breaking 150.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to
The show of record for Razorback fans.
driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Would it be wrong for me to say one more hour? I mean, one more hour.
No.
And then we're off on a holiday weekend, vacation, whole deal. Just got to get through one more hour.
Do we need to just
One more hour of
give
radio.
the obligatory, hey, if you don't get a vacation, I'm sorry.
Hey, I've been there, man. I've been there.
I've paid my
Oh my
my
goodness!
time.
I've stayed home for years.
Yeah.
And
You're going to Chicago. You know what I'm going to do this weekend?
What's that?
I'm going to see Clay Henry.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You actually see him in person?
Absolutely.
Well, hey, by the way, before we go to Clay, the Red Panda's okay. She's a broken
okay.
wrist.
Yeah.
As we suspected, there was an equipment failure. Evidently a problem with the travel on one of the, was it the wheel? I think from what I read.
Bart gives the nod.
Yeah. Bart doesn't know. It's one of the few things I stumped Bart.
I didn't
I
see
thought
that.
it was a pedal issue.
Pedal. I'm sorry, pedal.
Let me go vet this.
Bart just
How do
didn't
they
want to
not,
correct me.
check
Bart
this
just
out
didn't want to
before she
correct me
gets
on
10
the air.
feet in the air on the unicycle.
But evidently there was an equipment failure is what it boils down to, and it came from bad travel. And so that's
The left paddle of her unicycle was damaged during transit, and her left wrist was severely fractured.
okay. There you go.
You
And
got to run
so-
that thing through the grease pig before you
Yeah.
get it out there on the floor. I mean, we got to get. Holy cow!
But she's going to be okay. Going to be okay.
Yeah, that's the
I
good
think is
news.
the,
that's
is the
quite
good
a.
news. Well,
Clay, have you
scary.
ever ridden you been on a unicycle?
Clay, have you ever ridden a unicycle?
No, there's certain things that I refuse to do.
What
That's
else
one
is
of
on the list? I'm just curious.
Now you walk us into it.
You piqued my interest
Yeah,
now.
what else we got
What
on
else
there?
will you not do?
Skydiving, bungee jump, play golf with Bart.
Wow.
Go on vacation with Ty.
Hey, boys, y'all talk about these vacation things, like I've been on one for about 7 years.
Yeah.
So
I
I
know.
figured
There it is. It's out there now.
We get your text in the morning. We know you've had time to kill.
they're kind of cryptic, aren't they?
Sometimes.
From the crypt.
Yeah.
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 So what's on your 4th of July agenda, Clay? Are you making one of those, what is it, the cherry thing
Delight.
you do? Cherry Delight?
Cherry cobbler.
Yeah. Are you
No,
making one of
well,
those?
I could. That's always a possibility if I get asked. I'll jump to it. It's not hard. It's a dump cake with pie filling. That's all it is.
Yeah. Well, if I was
and
going to be here, I'd ask. But
and it's good.
He'll be in
You get
Chicago.
to
I'm
have
not, so I won't.
Ice cream. Yeah, you have fun up there. That's a cool deal. I've known for a few days you were doing that, and I applaud that kind of a trip. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Your approval.
How do you find out?
Yeah, how'd you find out? What, did we
How
talk
you
about it
say
on the
that?
show? Did we talk
Yeah, you
about it
talked
on the
about it
show?
on the show.
All right.
Yeah.
We got to be careful
Applause.
with stuff like that.
Yeah.
We got to be careful with stuff like that.
Applause from the old man. Yeah.
Clay, am I staying at your house?
Yeah, what's
when I
the
come over
story
there,
on
or
you
am
and
I,
Bo?
am I going to get a swanky hotel in Mountain
could.
Home?
You could, but I think you'd be on the couch because we have family.
Yeah, I'm good.
Dogs sleep on the couch.
You are family. You are
Well,
family,
I-
but
I-
you
yeah,
put your request in.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little late with that, but I look forward to seeing you at Big
I
Creek
kinda-
Country Club.
Yeah, Clay Maxey gave me a tip that you were coming over, so we got family.
Yeah.
It's not caught off guard.
Yeah.
That's
he had his
fantastic.
story planned.
It's funny, you know how it is. People, hey, stay anytime, like anytime.
Anytime.
And you start
This
calling
time,
them,
well,
and
we
it's like,
got
well, this weekend's not a good weekend.
You know, it just dawned on me. We have not talked to Clay since Bart said on Monday he could break 100 at Oakmont. And Clay,
Yeah.
you're our resident golf pro, and I just wonder what your reaction to that was.
I think he could, but he'd have to stop at number 13.
Wow. Okay.
He's been thinking about that for a week.
Yeah. That's the line.
Good answer, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good
Well,
answer.
I mean, yes. I mean, it's a great answer. So
It's kind of like you say. I never shoot anything over 75. Well, when it gets to be 78 degrees, I quit playing it. Yeah,
there you go. That sounds like something you got from Chad Morris.
Yeah. So you're playing this weekend? Is that the word on the street?
Yeah, and I'm playing today with 8-year-old Wyatt Gage from Colorado. We're going to play Big Creek, and we're going to start off at 11 and just see how many holes we can play.
Mm-hmm.
Got snacks for him, and he's really a good golfer. He lives on a golf course in Loveland. And I've taken him to play golf, maybe 10 or 12 times.
What kind of
So
snacks?
You got to ask,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
you got to have a follow-up question
I mean,
to that.
yeah. What kind of snacks?
It's called Crustables.
Uncrustables.
Oh, those
Yeah.
are good.
Uncrustables.
Those are good.
Uncrustables.
Yeah, they got those in locker rooms, man.
Yeah.
That's
Gatorade.
halftime snack.
Those are huge.
I'll probably have a Snickers, or something, And
Yeah,
of course, the drink cart will go by, and I'll try not to have a daiquiri or anything like that. It's too hot for that.
Daiquiri. Oh my God.
I said I'll try not
Do
to.
not have a daiquiri on a drink cart.
Did they put a little umbrella in it for you?
Big Creek Country Club daiquiri cart.
It's
I'll be having a daiquiri.
It's
in
like
a few
I wanna
days.
say-
it's Banana Daiquiri Day.
I want to tell you this is bad. So I went out there yesterday, and Mark Morton, who's the assistant pro, he says, "I'll put your clubs down on the range." I was like, "Mark, I can carry them down there."
Yeah, but you're old.
You just had a birthday. You're 71 now. And I said, "Was that the line? When you get to be 71, they carry your clubs to the range?" I said, "Listen, I'm only going to take 2 or 3 down there. I can walk." And I said, "Just so you know, it's the walking them down there that's not the problem. It's the walk. That range. It's straight up."
Yeah,
Bro's
got that
been there.
hill. Got that hill to walk back up.
Yeah. And he goes, "Well,
I've
no,
been there
just
too.
leave them down there. Just leave them down there. I'll go get them after a while." So I don't even have to take my clubs to the range anymore.
We'll send a chair down there to get you.
Well,
Get
that'd be
you
okay.
and your clubs.
Yeah, one of those
Have a
chairs
seat.
that rides back up
have
the hill.
Have a seat, and we'll just take. We need a ski lift to get back up from the range, and it's not that steep.
It's pretty steep. Yeah. So then that's today, and then tomorrow I'm playing the same tournament, the Firecracker, right? Bo, is that what you're coming up for?
Yeah, 2-man
Who's your
scramble.
partner?
Well, I mean, listen. I mean,
All right,
Bart,
Bo's weekend's
Oh, yeah,
being
Bart.
revealed now.
Bart,
You don't know.
Bart?
Bart bailed on me. And
Yeah, well, that was no.
he said,
Hey, he goes
he goes to Tulsa. He goes to Tulsa.
He goes to Tulsa to play
His
with
home-
his nieces. He doesn't. There's not any. Not
Play
going
with
to
somebody
do
in
anything else. I mean, he goes over there and they go watch Frozen or something. I mean, I'm not joking.
My good
Hey,
friend.
hey, it's Moana 2 now, Clay. Let's get it right. That's
Frozen
what's
2,
in.
Frozen 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you sing Frozen? Come on, Bart. You can sing it.
Wow. He turned the tables on
Yeah,
you.
it really did.
No rap lyrics for Clay. Let's hear you sing Frozen.
Yeah.
Let it go, baby. Let
Yeah.
it go.
Do it. Come on. Let it rip real quick. Come on.
Come on.
Oh, come on. Do
No.
it. It's
Clay
for the
comes
show.
on and raps for the show.
It's
I
for
mean,
the show.
He
I'm
doesn't rap
unprepared.
by he's by himself. He's not
go.
rapping.
Yeah, there you go. Come on.
Come on, Edward.
There you go, Edward.
That's all I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
pretty much
but
the whole
Bart,
song.
pick it up. Pick it up.
Come
from
on,
there.
Bart.
He at least knew what it was. Yeah.
Hum it. There you go.
My
Do we
good
have
friend-
kazoos? We have kazoos.
My good friend Brett Husky.
Anybody have a recorder?
That's who I'm playing with, Clay.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Brett
Are we in
Husky.
the same group?
I asked him not to be paired with you
Well,
because
my
I got
partner,
because
Sarah.
then I don't even know what's next because you're telling me stories and I can't concentrate and I don't even like it's my turn and I'm sorry, Clay's in the middle of a story. What am I gonna do?
Yep, that happens. Yep. So daughter Sarah is my partner, and so she's coming over today.
Is this one of those
So-
par 3 deals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No holes over 130 yards, Bart. It'd be right down your alley. You'd be 9-iron and wedge all day.
Don't take anything but a 6
honestly,
iron.
how is that possible? How are we gonna have no holes over 130 yards?
They're just going to go out there and draw a circle and tell you what the yardage is. I don't even think you have to bring a rangefinder. I think they're going to write it, like paint the number down for you.
How many?
Well, you need it on your second shot.
Well, Bart would, yeah.
That's so true. How many hole-in-ones do you think there'll be in this tournament?
Not very many. Yeah, one or two.
He's seen the field. Yeah.
I mean,
they don't count. By the way, you make a hole-in-one in this tournament, it doesn't count.
You don't win a car?
What do you mean it doesn't count?
No. Hey, y'all want to hear the story about when I didn't win the car?
Yes, please.
Okay, I was playing with my brother Butch in the member guest, South Carolina, Aiken. This is 15, 18 years ago, and I make a hole-in-one on the 10th hole, 185, 5-iron, one hop right in. And everybody in our group except my brother is celebrating, and they're yelling, Lexus, Lexus. These two guys in our group that, they're locals. They play every year. And my brother just shakes his head, no Lexus. He's on the greens committee, and like 2 weeks before the tournament, he and the pro and one other guy decided they wouldn't give a new car on that hole anymore. They didn't pay the insurance, so there was no Lexus.
Wow.
So you made the hole-in-one. Every other year before that, you would have won a new car. And after. The only year that they did not give away a car was the year you made a hole-in-one.
That's right. And my brother was on the committee. I like to tell he was the one that made the decision, but the pro said that really was his decision and Butch backed him.
Clay, how many times over the course of your life would you suspect you've told that story?
Well, I mean, I didn't tell it very much until it happened, so,
Well, I'm sorry. I'm joking.
Well, we got
30.
I tell the same stories. I start stories in this control room, and Edward and Bart, we've heard that one before.
Well,
yeah.
We're getting text in that's the most Arkansas thing ever.
It is.
Hole-in-one. Another year they were giving the car away. Was it parked there?
No, they didn't do it. They didn't have it there. Yeah.
I was going to say that'd be really tough if it's right there.
Really
no, that was just there for an advertisement.
It was the 10th hole, and it was just about lunchtime, and they have this tent set up right behind between the putting green and the 10th tee where everybody's getting Outback lunch served. So all the guys that are playing in the afternoon flight are there, and they're yelling and screaming Lexus too. And so it really was kind of a sad moment.
Yeah.
And,
I'm going to tell you right now, I've never hit a hole-in-one. If I ever hit a hole-in-one, the round is over immediately.
Yeah, the party starts.
The party
right then.
is on. Like the round is over. I mean,
you may not ever play again.
That might be true.
So both of you guys have met. Oh, you met my dad, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and I know Chuck has, for sure. So I played with his brother when I was in college in Arlington, Virginia. I went and stayed a week in Washington, D.C. with my Uncle Travis. He took me to the press club for lunch. He dropped me off at the Smithsonian, a different building every day. Then we played his club, Arlington Country Club, not Congressional, Arlington Country Club. It's nice. I made a hole-in-one on the 10th hole there with 218 yards with a 1-iron. Flew it in the cup. We stopped the round. He went to the clubhouse and called my dad collect at the newspaper because he knew he'd be there to report a hole-in-one. And
how about
the sad part about that story is that my dad got stuck for, I think it was $480 because that was the bar bill. $480 in like 1974 is a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
It's a great story. It's
That's
not
a $3,000 bar bill today.
Yeah, today, which is, that's standard bar bill. Yeah,
standard.
It's a standard
3,000.
He said he called my dad, first of all, to report it, and second of all, it's like the bar bill's coming to you.
That's great.
Clay doesn't have any money.
Sounds like Clay's pretty good on the 10th hole.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, a couple of hole-in-ones
Bart, do you
on
remember
10?
your first hole-in-one?
I've never had one.
I haven't either. I just
What do you
assumed
think's going to happen when Bart gets his hole-in-one?
Well, we're going to hear about it. We'll get that scorecard.
Yeah.
We'll get that scorecard. The only name on there is going to say Bart.
Yeah.
and somewhere in there's going to be a 1.
That'd be my
circle
worst
around
nightmare.
it.
That'd be my worst nightmare.
And you're going to say, did anybody see it?
That would
was
be my
anybody
worst
there?
nightmare.
Was anybody there?
He's going to sing Frozen.
All right, Clay, before we get you out of here, why don't you tell us what you think about the football season?
Yeah, let's talk a little sports just for fun.
Well, it comes down to the same thing every year. It's like, how are they going to be up front? And I mean, you can say both sides of the line, but they've really put a lot of effort the last 2 years into bringing in some guys to play in the offensive line. And I watched them in the spring, but I couldn't tell anything. I mean, the days I was there, they didn't scrimmage, and then spring to me is really tough because you're playing against each other. And well, there was a year I thought the defensive ends were really good, and it turns out the offensive tackles weren't any good. And we saw that play out in games, where they had a lot of sacks, quarterbacks running for his life. And, our defense wasn't getting a lot of sacks. So it was definitely, what we saw in the spring was not the picture you wanted to leave there thinking this is the way the team's going to be. But it seems like they like what they brought in on the offensive line. And if they have made a jump up, then the quarterback's going to have an easier time running the offense. And we know this offense can be special if the quarterback has an easy time. So is this the year where the offensive line finally plays like an SEC group? And if it is, then I think that these, projections of winning 5 or 6 games will be off. They'll be better than that. But if they're not, then that's probably the way they'll be. I think the defense is okay. Probably not enough depth there from the way I've, been, I guess, instructed, from the people that are inside. But I have hope, and I guess, hope starts with Bobby Petrino and Travis Williams. I really like them. I think Scott Fountain's, good with special teams. They're trying to shore up special teams. They got their punter back. I think that. So is that the kind of stuff you wanted from that question?
Yeah, that was great. That was, honestly, I couldn't have asked for anything better. That was fantastic. And I agree with you.
Okay, you guys start your vacation.
Yep.
And just know that I've been on mine for 7 years. So
yeah, well,
let that soak in.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
We got 7 days.
Hey, I want a full-on hug when I see you.
Okay, maybe.
Not just one arm, both.
Yeah.
Both?
All in.
Embrace it.
It's not a bro hug.
Embrace.
There's no dab. There's just straight in hug.
I couldn't do this with Chuck because he's too big, but I'll just pick you up and spin you around.
Pick you up and spin you around.
Clay and I on the dance floor
Throw
at
him up in the air.
the after
Oh, it's
party.
so good to see. I'm going to throw you up in the air.
Yeah, I can't wait. Well, I'll have somebody take pictures. Thanks, Clay.
See you,
Okay.
man.
See you tomorrow.
Yep.
Clay
Thanks,
Henry,
y'all. Bye-bye.
the legendary Clay Henry, Hall of Famer, WholeHogSports.com, still cranking out columns. He's got a commentary piece there right now.
He does.
You go to WholeHogSports.com, and there's articles, and you can click on them, and then there's this giant
Picture of Clay.
button. It's Clay. Read all of Clay's columns.
All you got to do is click on it.
You want to spend like a day?
Oh.
That's a day.
Clay gets to the areas most people don't get to.
Yeah.
So the
That's
columns
truth.
are longer.
That is the truth.
The other morning, I was supposed to be getting ready to come in here. And I'm reading one of Clay's stories, and all of a sudden I look up, and it's like, geez, I got to go. I got to go. So I had to finish it when I got here. It was long, and I'm a slow reader.
It's like a morning and evening kind of start it in the morning,
That's
finish
right.
it when you get home.
Chapters.
It's 8:21. Good morning. We're a little bit over our head
Well,
here,
I
but
know.
we're doing the best we can.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataract started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Bo. And for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here and there. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I'm leaving for more money if I can find it. The portal's open on the show.
Okay.
I think the NPR station's on the phone.
Nah, their funding's been cut.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I think I'm going to see Bart on vacation, too. I'm going to go see Clay at Big Creek Country Club for the, Firecracker Scramble or whatever they're calling it. I don't have the exact name, but it's...
I think you said Firecracker.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's gonna, a lot of great people. It's going to be fun.
Crack some fires.
You're going to have a band.
You're going to have a big post-tournament party.
Oh, the menu. Listen to the dinner menu. July 4th at the Big Creek Country Club. Barbecue ribs, burnt ends, pulled pork, smoked chicken, smoked sausage, barbecue wings, pasta salad, corn on the cob, cowboy beans, watermelon, corned bean salsa, garden salad.
Wow, what a night.
Yeah, that's after a two-man
par 3 scramble. They turned the whole course into a par 3. Clay said that you make a hole in one in this thing. He's like, it doesn't count. Yes, it does.
It counts as a 1.
It's a hole in one.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't get like a prize and stuff like that.
I'm not in it for cars.
It's an ace, though. If you're,
well, I mean, yes, it's still an ace, but there's no prize involved.
I don't need that's a prize enough.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
I don't need a new car for hitting a hole in one.
Or he might have been saying that you can't count it. Like you can't.
I think that's what he was
like
saying.
when they list the holes in one, your name's not going to be there.
I think that's what he was saying, is that you can't count it.
It's like it never
a legit
happened.
hole in one, and I just disagree.
Yeah, I 100% disagree. And if it happens, I'll let you know.
An ace is an ace.
I'll let you know.
Oh, there's there will be a handful of them there.
Edward, do you want me to interrupt your cruise if I hit a hole in one? Do you want me to try to get a hold of you, email you?
You're gonna have Wi-Fi on there.
I won't see any
You're
emails.
gonna be easily
I can promise
reachable.
you that.
You know, no matter what
You'll
happens
get an
here,
automated message
while you're
if you
gone.
send me an email.
No matter what happens here while you're gone, it's irrelevant to you.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They don't have Wi-Fi on cruise ships.
They do, but you got to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
I want to be disconnected.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Could you do that?
Restore
I
my
don't know
eyes
if
and
I
my
could.
brain. Yeah.
There was one time I went on vacation.
Listen to this young, healthy,
Well,
vibrant approach to life.
Scrub my brain of the devices.
Years ago, back
so
in
good.
the flip phone days, I went on vacation, and I'm telling you, it's like Sunday morning. You know, you get there, you go Saturday to
Oh, I see
Saturday.
where this is going.
Sunday morning, phone, water. And, I mean, it was like, I think I dropped it in a glass of liquid. I'm not going to say what the liquid was. But it got dropped in the Solo cup, is the bottom line.
On purpose?
No, it was not on purpose. I'm not an idiot. Well, he's not a complete idiot.
Felt like one in the moment.
I'm not trying to sell myself short, but I'm not a total idiot. But the rest of the trip, no phone. And that was.
I thought you were going to say you had it off and you came back, turned it on, and it just went bananas.
No, I dropped it in a Solo cup, and that's what happened. But I know it's a good story, but it's
So I'm going to see Clay tomorrow.
Yeah, sorry.
And then I'm going to go to some resort in Tulsa. And Bart's going to be in Tulsa, and I was just thinking Bart could come hang out at the pool with me for a day.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Yeah.
You'd have a better chance of getting me at the craps tables, probably.
We can do that too. Actually, I need you for
I
craps
was gonna
because
say,
I can't.
get
I
over
don't
there
know
and coach
craps
him.
like you
Coach
do.
him.
And all I know is 6 and 8. You leave it out there and maybe press it a couple times, and that's about the extent of my knowledge.
I mean, that's
except 7
pretty
out.
basic.
Yeah.
Pretty basic. Good.
Yeah,
strategy,
well,
you know?
I mean,
Like-
there's better ways,
Yeah.
beyond that.
Sure.
There's more expansive ways to play.
That's right.
And I know you wouldn't steer me wrong. Have we played craps?
Yes.
Did we play at
And
Harrah's at the College World Series, or was it somewhere else?
I don't know that we did there, but we did in Detroit. The NCAA tournament.
Oh, my gosh,
and
Detroit.
this is how I remember it, because they
Some
had
rough casinos
at
in
the,
Detroit.
At the craps table, they had TVs and they had the NCAA tournament games on. And Virginia, it was when Virginia got beat by UMBC, and we're sitting there playing craps and watching UMBC beat Virginia. That's how I remember.
How do you remember that?
The memory.
You know what I
He's
remember
got a
from
memory.
Detroit?
It's unbelievable.
I did a CrossFit workout. I remember that. And Chris Freet, who was working here at the time, was like, I'll go with you. And we went that morning. And then Matt Zimmerman just going on and on and on about how you could see Canada from there.
Yeah, you could.
It's right over there.
Go right over the bridge.
Well, you can see
Right
the
there.
you could see the casino from my room. You
Yeah.
can see the Harrah's
The
across
Harrah's, yeah.
into Canada.
Windsor, Canada.
Yeah, Windsor,
Holy cow.
Canada.
We did a show from Detroit.
And
We did it in the rafters of Little Caesars
yeah, we
Arena.
did. We did.
We got up there. Nobody could find us.
Sports has taken us all over the world, Chuck.
Really?
To Canada.
Yeah, I was in all honesty,
The edge of Canada.
I was figuring it out. I think I've been to like 40 of the 48, in the continental U.S., and I think like 37 of them were for ball trips. I mean, if it was just me going on my own, I've been to like 5 states.
Yeah.
But for ball trips, it's literally been all over the
And
country.
here you go on a ball trip this weekend.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean, you just can't get it out of your
No,
system.
I guess I just can't.
Well, it's the Chuck
But
and
I'm
Bo
just
show.
going this time.
And,
just going.
We are. I hope everyone's going on vacation. I mean, I really do. My heart bleeds for people who aren't. Set off some
Take
fireworks.
them with you.
So, yeah, come along.
Invite a friend.
Yeah. Let's just all get in a vacation sort of mindset for the next, 20, 30 minutes here.
Yeah.
Even if you're not going,
let's all go together. Call
Can
it
you
a
play
retreat.
some
What do you
island
think?
music or something? Like when we come
Vacation
back,
music.
we'll come back. Yeah, a little
Aruba,
vacation. Yeah.
Jamaica.
I want some.
I got
resort.
you. Yeah.
Let's
Bermuda,
have.
Bahama.
You know what?
Let's come back with that.
If we were in New Orleans, we would totally do this right now. But I don't know where we'd get one at this hour. But we could just go get a daiquiri.
Oh, they're up.
No,
Oh,
we go get a hurricane.
They're serving daiquiris
We
at
go get a
8:30 on
hurricane.
Bourbon
What are
Street.
you
That's what I'm
talking
saying.
about?
If we were in New Orleans,
Yeah.
but we're not. What I'm saying is here. Like, can you go down to the Cronut place and get one?
Well, I don't know. We can mix some up in the break room.
I am going to bring a blender in. It's 8:32. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Catch us anywhere on the Hit That Line Now app, powered by Taco Bell. The two best guys in mediocre sports radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
At the Stonebreaker Hotel, we believe in the art of gathering, whether over a thoughtfully prepared meal or a quiet moment on Markham Hill. Start your day with breakfast classics from the all-day menu, served from 7:30 to 1. Savor shareable bites from the bar and lounge menu until 10. And let the dinner menu from 5 to 9 bring familiar flavors with a fresh twist. And for a weekend well spent, how about brunch? Rooted in connection, designed for comfort. Learn more at stonebreakerhotel.com.
Particularly in the South, I'm not sure there's a title that carries more weight than coach. Maybe preacher.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
tell you one thing, but listen, what a great show. The best sports show in the state is, no doubt, the Chuck and Bo Show. No doubt about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I wonder what Eddie's doing for the 4th of July.
He's shooting off fireworks.
You think so?
100%. He's probably leading the charge on a fireworks
You know,
show.
some of these people
Gotta
that have a reality show, like they don't need it. Eddie, we need an Eddie reality show. Like I'd watch.
He's a man about town.
I mean, I don't even need it to be like high end production. I just it's just
Hey, that
like,
goes without saying.
It's like, can we get Eddie on like an Instagram story? We got to get, that's an idea now. Eddie with his own Instagram, like in a story, just
Put everybody else
stuff
out of
on there
business.
every day. Tell us what's going on with your life.
The Eddie Report.
Here I am setting off fireworks.
Actually, it's a TikTok account waiting to happen.
No question.
Make it happen.
Kill it on TikTok.
Somebody make it happen.
You make it, but Bart will make it happen.
Really?
Tell you what. I know you got big vacation plans, but maybe you could delay it a day. We'll send you to Clarksville. You and Eddie have a sit down and you just hammer this thing out.
Yeah.
Maybe at the Wendy's or whatever. Is there a Wendy's in There's a Wendy's in
There's
Clarksville.
a Wendy's right there by the interstate.
Where's that diner that Marty Houston always eats at?
I don't know. Which one does he eat
I thought it was Clarksville. Well, there are multiple diners in Clarksville?
South Park, maybe? I don't know. I don't know.
I
I haven't heard
don't
him
know.
talk about it.
I don't know.
I
I
haven't
just
heard him
remember
talk
picking
about
them up there one day.
Yeah, was
When
it
I
by
was
the
at
interstate?
KNWA, I think so, yeah. It was like,
South
meet me
Park.
at the diner.
South Park.
And we all just kind of went in there and had some, I don't know, chicken fried steak
Yeah.
and got on our way.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. It is good.
You know,
been there
most of us
forever.
don't see much of Clarksville. Like, we just go up and
You
down
just
the
drive by.
interstate and you just drive by it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people do.
There
But there is a Wendy's there.
Quite a lot. Is there stuff to do in Clarksville?
Well, I mean, it's not a metropolis by any stretch, but I mean, you got to
Well,
look. You got to look for your fun.
What's going on tomorrow night?
I really
in
don't
Clarksville?
know. I don't
there
know. Probably
fireworks
some.
show?
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
there is, but I'm not sure.
If you were going to go to any fireworks show, what would it be? Like, is there a famous
Do they still-
fireworks show you want to?
The one at the mall for years was good.
Yeah.
You know,
There's not. Is there a bad one? I mean, if you go to a fireworks show, they're all pretty good, aren't they?
yeah. I haven't ever
mean-
been to a bad one.
But I feel like we've people still do that, but
See-
we've also got this whole thing now where people want to do their own deal.
See, I think you need water. I think you got to have the reflection
good.
of the
That's good.
fireworks off the water.
That's good.
For it to be complete.
The best fireworks show I've ever seen was actually in St. Louis at the Arch, and it was just really cool. It's just really like all the fireworks are like going off over the arch and everything. It's just really neat.
They have one in Chicago over Lake Michigan. That's really cool.
Are you gonna check that out?
I am, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
That's
Okay,
great.
now
That's a great call.
We were trying to get
Yeah.
the itinerary out of you earlier. We're
I'm
getting a
gonna-
little bit more. It's just kind of slipping out a little bit.
I'm just going to walk over. It's not like I'm going to it's not like you can go to
You
a
just-
stadium or something.
You talk about this like you're going down to the Circle K, man. I mean, you're going to Chicago, you're going to Wrigley Field, and you're going to watch a fireworks show over Lake Michigan.
Well, it's just the way I live, Bo.
I know.
It's just,
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, are you going to have champagne on the flight?
No, nothing like that. I am looking forward to it, though.
No, but he's gonna have a nice
You're
bourbon.
so understated.
You're
like
nobody
it's like a
cares about
bucket
that.
list
Nobody
trip for
cares
somebody,
about,
and
nobody
you're,
cares
like,
what
so
I'm doing this
understated
weekend.
about it.
But I'm looking forward to going to the ball game. I haven't been to Wrigley Field in a long time, and so the Cardinals are there. 4th of July. What's more American? Man, the Cardinals and the Cubs, 4th of July.
Ditka's Steakhouse.
Wrigley Field.
Are you and Dan Hampton hanging out this weekend?
Absolutely. Every time I go up there, I stay at his place.
Absolutely. There's no. Of course you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hang out.
What do you think John Daly's doing for the 4th of July?
Ooh, I don't know, but it'll be epic. I'm pretty sure
I
of
think
that.
he's got something going on at his country club and
I bet something's
Dardanelle.
happening in Dardanelle this weekend.
Lions Den.
I'll bet something's
the
happening.
barefoot
down
golf
there.
tournament and fireworks.
I'll bet they have some 4th of July extravaganza, kind of like you're going to be at tomorrow. And when it's finished, they'll have barbecue and beer and corn on the cob and, God bless the USA and the whole deal.
Oh yeah, Lee Greenwood.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it'll be fireworks. Somebody will probably get hurt.
do you have? I know Bart, obviously Bart has this. But do you have a 4th of July outfit?
No. I do not. I do not.
You're not wearing like
No.
a red, white, and blue?
No, I don't go that far. But I know Bart will be properly. Bart's just almost properly attired today.
Look at that.
He's got the 4th of July shirt on today.
Where did you get that?
How long have you had it?
It's a party in the USA shirt.
This is actually from an Arkansas company, Rock City.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are
nice
you wearing
shirt.
for the 4th of July, Bart? You got a red, white, and blue picked
You
out?
have an
You got like a
outfit?
flag shirt?
Matching
No,
hat.
no, I
matching
don't-
hat. You have
I don't
shorts?
have that.
Shorts. Do you have the red, white, and blue shorts?
I do not. No.
Okay.
No, I have some blue seersucker shorts.
You know, it
Maybe I'll
just
wear
dawned on
those.
me, like you really are. It's understated, but you do have the 4th of July outfit
Yeah,
on
that's-
today.
that's by
Look at
design.
that.
There's
hat.
not a day goes by when
That's
Bart
by-
is not
that's by
themed.
design.
Bart is always themed.
That is so. It's
It
so
is-
true.
It may be a subtle theme. It may be a theme that not everyone's going to notice, or it may be like right smack in your face. But there's going to be a theme.
I was just wondering, I'm playing in this golf tournament.
I just
tomorrow,
noticed the
and-
hat, by the way.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
just
saying.
noticed
Look at
that.
it. It's got like a. It's got a. What is that?
Is that
No,
Trump?
this is no laying up.
You want me to get you anything from the Trump store this weekend? I can pick you some stuff up. If I can get there fast enough, I can get to Branson today because I can't get there in time for your flight, Chuck. I can get you some stuff to wear to Chicago.
I know. Well,
Well, I was just wondering what I'm going to wear in this golf tournament tomorrow. Like you can't just show up.
you got to have
just- I
something
gotta
red,
get
white,
some
and
red,
blue
white,
on
and
there.
Yeah.
You know, channel your inner Payne Stewart. Get you some,
There
4th
you-
of July
yeah,
outfit.
I'm not wearing pants. Yeah.
Well, I don't mean you have to wear like the pants, but maybe the, the
blue,
hat.
blue shorts, white
Yeah,
shirt,
red, white,
hat.
and blue shirt.
I think I do have a shirt. That'll be good.
Yeah, you
Edward,
should wear
we
that.
need to hit a break, Edward. I know you're
Yeah.
busy over there getting the next. segment
Edward's
ready, but-
working right up until the last minute.
That's right.
I mean, the rest of us, we
I'd give
packed
it
it
my
in.
all.
We packed it in days ago, and Edward's over there just slaving away.
You're flying tomorrow, right? Like you're in the air tomorrow.
Yes.
And you'll be on the water Sunday.
what
is
time
that
do you
right?
land?
Saturday.
Saturday.
I'll be on the boat Saturday.
What
well,
time do you
I guess
land?
we won't be on the water Saturday.
You're on the boat. You spend the night, and then you.
I think we dock on Sunday.
Have you ever been on a flight on the 4th of July, like at night?
No.
I have.
It is
like
like
or New Year's
It's
Eve.
an evening flight, but I don't think it's going to be dark enough.
It's pretty amazing to see fireworks from the air.
I'll
like
bet
that.
that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
You've lived
I
a
won't
life.
experience
You've
it.
lived a
Oh,
life.
He goes, huh.
No, I would imagine it is a lot of fun. I was thinking about how Edward will not experience that this weekend.
a few hours too soon.
Yeah.
All right. It's 8:46. It's July 3rd. It's almost here.
It's almost the bewitching hour.
It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Chris in Fayetteville. You're on the news, weather, information station.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, we're full service, baby.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
We never thought much about power outages until we had one during the worst possible time. As a busy mom, there are plenty of challenges in a day. But with Paschal, power outages don't have to be one of them. A whole home generator installed by the pros at Paschal gave me back my peace of mind. The process was easy and understandable. Now, I don't have to worry about losing power when storms arrive. Get a free estimate today and keep the power on with a whole home generator from Paschal. Professional people, professional service. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call. There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
With rainy season here and summer just around the corner, make sure your gutters are ready. Hogcroft Gutters, locally owned with over 30 years of experience, does it all. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drain. Fully licensed and insured with a 20-year warranty on every job. Serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. And for a free inspection, visit hoggutters.com. That's hoggutters.com.
So I spent yesterday, you don't mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Look in the mirror. Come on. Don't look at me. Only you can help you. That's it. Say, hello, Michael.
Hello, Michael. Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Beach Boys getting you ready for July 4th.
No better right there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Bart singing.
It's like a singing Muppet over there. Like all over the place.
Hey, it's National Compliment Your Mirror Day, Chuck.
Wow.
Take a good look.
Now look in the mirror. Come on. Don't look at me. Only you can help you. That's it. Say, hello, Michael.
Hello, Michael.
I don't have to be a great basketball player.
I don't have to be a great basketball player.
I don't have to dribble the ball fast or throw the ball into the basket.
I don't have to dribble the ball fast or throw the ball in the basket.
Because all I have to do is be the best Michael I can be.
All I have to do is be the best Michael I can be.
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Hey, Saturday Night Live.
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
It's true.
I remember.
It's true.
Al Franken and Michael Jordan.
Al Franken, one became a United States Senator, and the other went on to become the greatest basketball player of all time.
Yeah. Remember that today when you look in the mirror.
I will.
Doggone it, people like
You could
me.
be a
Smart
United
enough.
States Senator.
I'm good enough.
Yeah, doggone it.
People like me.
People occasionally like me.
Yeah. See, now get rid of that.
I'm just joking
come on.
around.
Now, see, Chuck, you got to believe in you when you look in the mirror.
I do. I do. I have a strong belief.
Yeah.
I believe.
There I am. I am there. Look at me.
Tis I.
What is it? Real question here. What is it about mirrors and how some make you look better than others?
It's lighting.
Lighting.
Bad glass.
I don't think that's 100% true.
That's the only thing. Every mirror is the same.
How are you sure?
Yeah, it's all about the environment outside of the mirror.
Correct.
Yeah, it's not. The
I don't
mirror.
believe that.
Why?
It's science.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, like you guys are scientists.
No, it has everything to do with lighting.
Every mirror is the same.
There's no.
I'm not buying that for a second.
No, you can.
What? A mirror is a mirror.
You can have a mirror that makes you look a certain. Like you can take a mirror.
Yeah, that's why they have those
make you
wavy
look like,
mirrors.
Okay,
and all that
okay,
stuff.
not all this
outside of the carnies.
Okay. Now, I'm just saying the same principle could be applied.
Yeah.
You don't know that you don't have a wave in your mirror at home. You don't know.
So you're literally telling me every
is
time
carnival.
I
This
look
is
at
ridiculous.
myself in the mirror and don't like it, all I got to do is change the lighting.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
bad lighting.
Wait,
Dim those lights.
Is that a Snapchat filter?
I don't know.
Let's turn the lights off.
Well, listen, you
Would
guys
you
have a
mind?
safe vacation, and hopefully an enjoyable one.
Yeah. See you in a while.
Yeah.
Peace and blessings, all.
We are not going to try and do it again tomorrow. Have a great 4th of July weekend from the Chuck and Bo Show.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft?